talking to the merchant who owned the ship, and he gave us proper equipment so that we could go underwater and retrieve the ship's log and the bow. And of course, unbeknownst to him, we were also there from the priestess of Selune, who had sent us there. There was supposedly a weapon or some kind of artifact from Selune was also on this ship. And so we're secretly there to try to find it as well. When we got down to the ship, we found the way in, and we were immediately attacked by some butterfly fish. What kind of fish were they?
They were lionfish. Dangerous, poisonous, spiny fish that in real life can kill you as well. But these were dire lionfish that were huge in size.
They were huge, and it was a pretty tough fight. While we was up there, there was some gremlins, or is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
That were down. Well, actually, up on the next deck because the ship's upside down, but down from us, and they came up to investigate what was going on. And they kind of joined into the fray, but they didn't really do too much damage to us. They were more interested in attacking the lionfish because they were enemies, and when the lionfish died, they were interested in eating them. So anyway, we defeated the lionfish, and I think that's pretty much where we ended.
Okay, that's very good. Take some inspiration for the summary. So you guys managed to, it was a tough fight, underwater fight. You can barely breathe with this potion of water breathing. It's already been like a good 10 minutes you spent underwater, so time is starting to tick away. There's no way for you to take any sort of rest down here. And you're not sure if there's any more potions of water breathing if you were to abandon and go back up. So you look around you, and there's there's two of these dead lionfish. One of them has these two gremlins just gnawing at it, ripping its flesh apart as they feast on it. You realize that, of course, the ship is upside down. So you guys are on a lower deck.
Right.
And below you is the next deck up. And
right.
You know that there's the gremlins came up from down there. You look around, and in the front of the ship, or the bow, there's several crates and barrels that are strewn all about. The wood on several of them is shattered, spilling some of their contents, which are waterlogged pelts that are now worthless, spilling them all over the floor. There's some bits of grain that are floating around, and there's some broken barrels, nothing of value.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're standing right now, there's a hatch, a big hatch, but there's also a small ladder in the very front of the ship, the bow. Both of these connect to the level below. But the hatch right there in the middle, you're kind of in an area that is mostly clear of cargo and detritus, though the main mast bears a deep indentation, as if something forcefully slammed into it. Midship, you can see the outline of the cargo hatch in the overhand. That means there's also a level above you. That is the very bottom of the ship, which is the bilge. You guys looked into that, and you see a hatch that goes into that bilge as well. And in the back of the ship, you see huge piles of ruined goods and freight that crowd the aft, which is the back of the ship. Some of this stuff, some of which stretches nearly all the way from the overhead to the deck above.
Mm-hmm. First thing, I want to swallow 2 of my healing potions before we get started.
You guys are terribly injured. You guys are in no shape to go into another battle.
I was gonna say, Tife, could you help us out at all as a group, or?
Yeah. Let's see,
I don't know what healing spells you have.
I have Cure Wounds. What else do I've got? I think that's...
I got Prayer of Healing, but I have no second level slots left.
That's the dilemma of being a paladin. You have spell slots, but you're not really using them because you're smiting all day long.
Yep.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself just to heal up. Where's Cure Wounds? Ah, here it is.
I got
Well,
lay on,
Go ahead.
I was going to say I got lay on hands. I'd like to at least save a little bit of that. But if somebody is actually in real need,
Well, you have, I think you have 40 charges of lay on hands. Well, I think Dorlac has
well, I got 35 left because I
okay.
remember I cured his drunkenness.
That's right.
Yeah, I have 45 left.
So, Dorlac, the way that lay on hands works, the way that it mechanically works in Fantasy Grounds is that there's no way to do it properly. The only way we can do it is there's 45 check marks. And you
just click it 45 times?
Yes, but the what the effect does is it heals 1 hit point. So you can heal 1 hit point however many times you're healing hit points. You can add another effect that heals 2 at a time, 3 at a time, etc. And obviously to add that would be very straightforward. It's just you add a heal effect and put a 2 on it.
You know what I'm gonna go up to Gone, and I want to cast Cure Wounds on him, upcast to level 2, because I want to try something. Target him. See if this works.
So when you guys are not in combat, even though casting spells have this verbal component, you can slowly iterate the spell
There you go.
as to not fail in the water.
It worked.
You're a little bit better off. You're still not doing great.
While he's going around healing some people, I'm gonna just look around me, crate, see if there's anything, possibly the weapon is around here or the bell.
You don't see
I'm
any.
going to use lay on hands on myself.
You search around the crates up here. You don't see anything of value. There's a lot of goods, but they're perishable or they're furs that are waterlogged and useless.
Well, I used lay on hands 8 times, so if you could put me down to 40. Oh, I can do it myself.
No,
I
no,
guess.
I got it. I got you.
It'd just be easier for you to do it. At least that gets me half. And then I'll have some in reserve in case I need it.
No, you guys took quite a wallop with that
Oh,
first
yeah.
encounter. So you guys are, you might have a difficult choice to make later on if you're this injured and your resources are limited and you can't rest. You see, normally you'd be able to take a short rest or something, but
Right,
in this
exactly.
situation, you're underwater. If you take a short rest, you'll drown.
Yep. Like I said, that's what we was talking about earlier. I said our short rest would become a long rest.
A permanent rest.
An eternal rest.
Longest possible rest.
Could we estimate how much time we've been underwater so far?
You think
said
it's
about 10
about
minutes.
10 minutes or so.
Alright.
So better get moving then.
So,
Yeah, so
Layden's gonna be like trying to signal to you guys, do we want to head down? Trying to point to the main set of stairs.
so there's I want to go ahead and there's an opening right at the bow. Is that the front of this ship?
Yes, there are 2 openings that lead down, which of course, because the ship's upside down, it leads to the deck above.
Right.
There's one at the front of the ship right here, and one directly in the middle. You notice that the gremlins were kind of the floor is a little bit wrecked because somebody cast a thunder spell. So part of the it's not really the floor, it's the ceiling, but part of it is a little cracked, and you can actually see the deck below you through those cracks. You don't see anything right now as you look at the deck below you. It's just a lot of ruin and a lot of floating debris. But what you originally saw the gremlins there, you tried to block the big hatch, but you didn't realize that the little ones just came out of that small hatch.
Yep. I also want to cast my second divine sense to see if I can find the artifact of Selune.
Now, I got a question for you. Does the divine sense, what is the penetration limit of the divine sense?
60 feet.
No, but there's a penetration, like a thickness that it can penetrate through walls and stuff.
Really doesn't say.
It should. It should. It's a detect evil kind of effect.
Is it a paladin, or is it the oath of Duva? It's a paladin thing, isn't it? Because I think we both have it. So let me see. Let me check on this page here then.
Here, let me bring up the divine sense description for us. Presence of evil, strong evil registers on your senses. You can open your awareness to touch until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. Unfortunately, there is no undead fiend or celestial that is not behind total
Well, it also
cover.
it also finds objects that's been consecrated.
Okay.
We talked about that last week.
Okay, you know the type of within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object. So it does not put any limitation to whether or not you can detect, through walls or stuff like that. Now, consecrated, it is difficult for me to kind of interpret. Consecrated meaning, it doesn't just mean something that's holy. It would mean something that has been intentionally made holy by kind of ritual, correct? Or is it
Well, I
anything
mean,
that's
I would,
holy?
yeah. Well, I would assume that a artifact of Selune would be consecrated. That would be my thing.
Yeah, I
I
think you make an excellent point. You do indeed detect.
As with the Hallow spell.
Yeah, I think you do make a great point. You do indeed detect a consecrated presence. It is below you, the deck below you. It is in the aft, which is the backside of the deck below you.
Well,
technically it's a higher deck, but it's the deck physically below you.
Okay, I'm gonna come over and get as close to these guys as I can and point down and try to mouth the fact that what we're looking for is on the deck below us, which is above us.
We're gonna go up the down staircase.
The staircase is the one in the front, that opening, that's a staircase. This is a hatch that you can kind of push open.
Well, you said it was in the back, so there's a staircase in the back?
There's no staircase in the back.
The staircase is in the front.
Okay.
There's no staircase in the back. However, the presence that you feel, which is consecrated, is in the back.
Okay, right.
We need to open a hatch and just swim up through this big opening in the middle.
I think you open the middle hatch since it's bigger and kind of peek down in there and see if anything could be seen.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, the middle hatch is closed by this little kind of locking mechanism that you can just easily this latch mechanism that you can easily just undo. In fact, the latching is from the inside. So from the inside meaning from your side.
I'd say whoever's got really good perception may be the one to open it and look down in there. I don't have good perception.
+7?
I've got a... Oh, you got a +7?
Yep.
Alright, well, I got a +6, so I think you have
I
better...
have a 0.
I would figure Clayton probably more the...
Just kind of crack it open and look down there and, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Clayton will open up, see if you can see anything down.
So you may open it up and you may roll me that perception. You look down, and it appears to be the cargo hold that you're looking into. It is in dismal condition. Everything is strewn all over the place. There's boxes everywhere, stacked on top of each other, completely disorganized. There's junk. There's furs all over the place. You don't make out anything in particular amidst the junk. However, you do see some shadows moving about, meaning something is down there. Another thing you see is there's yet another hatch that goes to the highest level of the ship, or yet another floor below.
Do I have it? I saw probably a couple of shadows. Would I say, 2 or 3, maybe?
Several.
Several?
Yeah. At least 2 or 3.
I will try to say, like, give hand signals to say, prepare for battle.
Yeah,
and,
you're
like, try to give an idea of how many.
You can.
Are they large
else?
shadows?
you're pretty convinced that there's creatures down there.
Does anybody have the light cantrip?
I believe I have.
You
Okay.
you don't have cantrips as a paladin.
Paladins don't have cantrips.
Oh no.
I don't have the light cantrip.
A monk can do not.
Well, I was going to have someone light a light for us to see if we could see what it was, but I guess we're just going to have to go down there.
Yeah, you're not going to be able
You're
to
up
light
there, or-
torches in
Yeah,
this.
I've got dark.
Well, I was thinking of light, yeah.
We have those light globes.
You do.
As part of it.
Oh, okay.
That's right. We could shake one of those up and throw it as hard as we could to the back of the
Yeah, just throw it down there.
that floor.
We had 2 of them, I believe. So I wouldn't know if we want to throw them, but I think we want to.
Or roll it. You could roll it on the
Okay.
ceiling of the floor.
All right.
I've got dark vision.
You all,
So do I.
in fact, you all have dark vision.
Yeah, we do all. But that don't necessarily make things clear. If he would throw light down there, we might be able to tell what we're up against.
Yeah, it might move the shadow that where we can see the actual figure.
Okay, I think that's not a bad idea at all. You guys take out one of these little light globes, you shake it up, and it glows brightly, and you chuck it down there. Once you do so, you clearly see that there are like 2 or 3 of these gremlins scampering away from the light. But after they do that, they kind of curiously peek out from behind some crates. They're looking at you, and you can see they start licking their lips because there's 2 gremlins right next to you guys ripping apart this fish. And the blood and the guts and some of the scent from that fish has been drifting down there after you open the hatch. And you can see though these gremlins are moving about. They're very intimidated by you. They look like they don't want to come near you, but they're extremely hungry.
Well, I
And
would like to cut off some of the meat from one of the fish and throw it down that hatch in the front.
Oh, the hatch in the front is not really a hatch. It's a set of stairs, so it's continuous.
Well, then I will put it in the hatch right now and kind of throw it towards the bow of throw the meat towards the bow of the ship where the gremlins can see it.
As you load some of the meat down, one of the gremlins runs up, immediately grabs the meat, and starts chomping and just runs away with it.
I think we can take care of these gremlins anyway.
Yeah, I think they're pretty weak, so I think if we kind of go back,
That other fish, we can just feed the gremlins so that they're not.
Yeah, just take a few chunks of meat down with us and just throw it down when we go down in there, and they'll probably go and not bother us.
Okay, is that what you?
plan.
So that's what you guys want to do? You want to
Yeah.
go down with the meat?
That's what I would do.
Okay, I would like you to take some inspiration for looking for a non-hostile way to solve this problem. You guys grab a big chunk of because you destroyed that last fish so brutally that you sliced it in half. So you take half the fish and you kind of float yourself down holding this fish, and you just plop the fish on the floor. And as you do so, these gremlins swarm the fish.
Okay, we go down through the hatch and head towards the aft then.
So the gremlins, there's where the fish is, and these gremlins just swarm it. And then this door opens, and some more gremlins come out, and they swarm it. And then from somewhere from the southwest corner, you see that something starts stirring. There's a big pile of boxes, and the boxes get knocked to the side, and you see a huge bell. Like the bell looks like it weighs about 220 pounds.
Well, that's
or so.
interesting.
Big bell. The bell has the word "whip it" marked right on the side of it, and inside the bell comes out a big gremlin. He kind of looks around. He starts sniffing. He takes a look at you. He kind of squints his eyes to see if you're going to attack him. What do you do?
I say, like, we
have
try
any
to...
more fish?
Well, he could probably see the fish that's over there.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's moving his way towards that fish, but he's looking at
that's
you.
a pretty big one.
He's looking at you cautiously to see if you're going to do anything.
Well, how
I say we work our way south and go around him.
yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Okay.
Yeah, we just work our way toward the bell.
So you leave him alone, and he runs up to his other gremlins. He starts pushing the little ones aside because he gets the biggest cut. He likes eating the eyes, and the other ones, they don't get no eyes. So he just starts munching down. These gremlins at this point, they're not really hostile to you. They're not really that interested. They're just munching down on the fish.
Clayton's just gonna keep an eye on him with a hand on his beaded necklace, just in case they're gonna
Naturally.
come there. With...
Every creature underwater also has fire resistance because it's water, including yourselves.
Yeah, but
Yes, I've seen that.
it's the only way I can deal with a large group of people.
Yeah, that's just a property of being underwater.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Not only do you have poison resistance, but as Tifa learned really, really brutally last session, when you cast electricity spells, they have a radius, all of them.
You get extra doing that underwater anymore.
Yeah, when you discharge electricity underwater, it's going to discharge at a radius. Depending on what spell you're using, the radius will be bigger or smaller. A shocking grasp is a small radius. If you cast a lightning bolt underwater, that's a different story. So you guys kind of creep your way over, avoiding these goblins, and you see that there is a closed door to the aft of this area. The door opens outward towards you.
Is the bell down here in this corner where we're at?
Yeah, but the bell is too heavy for you to lift. You were told by Old Will.
Spell that might help with that.
So remember that the barge, the barnacle that you guys came on with Old
It
Will
has a crane on it.
has a big crane, and Old Will told you that if you need to lift this bell, just bring it over and then attach the bottom, the crane, the hook of the crane to it, and he can lift it up for you. Unless you have some other way of
You mean
getting.
bring the hook over, or how are we going to bring the bell over if we can't lift it?
You can lift it.
Oh, we can lift it.
Yeah, it's just really heavy.
Yeah, I have an
It's
idea.
hard to swim with it.
I have an idea to help fix that problem.
Do you have so if you have a magical spell that can help you with this.
Yeah, I have a spell called Enhance Abilities, and I can double somebody's carrying capacity.
There you go.
How long does it last?
It lasts... How long does it last? Let's see... An hour, but it's concentration.
We could leave that there and then get it on the way when we're getting ready to leave.
That's what I was gonna say. If anything, we might want to move the bell closer to the hatch, so like
We gotta
Put the bell away.
We should probably find the manifest and the artifact first, and then once we find those, then whoever's the strongest out of you guys, I can cast Enhance Ability on to double your carrying capacity. Because that's what you can do different ones, but one is the bull strength, which it doubles your carrying capacity.
I'm just thinking that Tifa is just showing us like he's finding it at us like
Well,
strong.
you guys have been traveling together for a long time. You're part of the same squad, and
Yeah.
you are aware of each other's abilities. So you would know that she can cast this spell.
Yeah. I was thinking we do it like on the way out.
Well, I wonder if we could get or at least one or two of us could get the bell up to or down, I guess, to the floor we just came from, while the other two open that door and inspect what's in there. Or else look around in here in these barrels and stuff to see if there's anything else here.
Yeah, I say we move it over to the hatch, maybe drop it right down technically going down. So.
Oh, that is down, isn't it? So it would just go down to the yeah. Let's move it over to the hatch and then let it drop to the where we came
So
in.
this hatch is also closed and latched.
The hatch that we come up through.
The hatch.
Oh, the hatch above you. Yes, you can certainly move it up there.
Yeah, so it'll be on that floor, and then we can go when we exit. We can go that way and do the things we need to do, and then go on and explore. So we'll do that, and then we'll go ahead and Mr. Perception, if you would open that door and carefully. And first, also while he's doing that, I want to search these barrels and stuff to see if there's anything else on this floor.
You take
look around the door.
You take a look around. Once again, this is a lot of ruined cargo. You don't see anything that really, because this ship was carrying a lot of perishable goods.
Right.
That all got destroyed when the ship sank. You don't see anything that's really useful or non-perishable. There is another door that goes to the front of the ship, and you can go take a look in those rooms as well. It appears when that door opened and 2 more goblins came out of it earlier. Goblins are all sitting there. It's going to take them a long time to finish this fish. So they're going to leave you alone for a while.
Okay.
Not the goblins, the gremlins.
Right.
But I think I'm just going to take a look at the door to the aft to make sure that's not trapped or whatever.
The door does not appear. It doesn't appear. Appears to be too simple to be trapped. There is a little rope that you pull and you open it.
Alright. I'll slowly open it, see if I take a peek in there, see if I see anything.
Okay. You open the door, and you take a look inside what's beyond the door. This area was clearly the ship's galley, kind of eating dining corners. Now it's upside down, and all these chairs are on what used to be the roof, which is now the floor for you. There's chairs, there's forks and spoons, there's broken dishes scattered all over the place. There's tables that are broken once the ship sank. Legs are strewn all over the place, table chairs. You look around and the water seems a little murky. Like you know, the water seems a little murky and dark, whereas the water was more warm and you know, easier to, I guess, breathe where you guys are. The water coming out of this chamber seems a little stale, like something's wrong in there. Because you're not technically breathing and you don't have, you're not actually fish, you can't really smell underwater, but you can certainly taste that the water tastes a little nasty.
So is the light globe still working? Could we throw the light globe into that room, or?
We got 4 of them, or 3 of them.
You sure can. So you take the light globe and you chuck it into the room. There you go. Nothing lights up as you chuck it into the room. You can see that the room has 2 doors, one going north and one going to the west.
I
I'd
think
like to inspect for a hidden hatch that goes to the castle.
You look around.
Blade won't enter, so
From what you can see, there's no kind of hatch to the stern castle. The stern castle is what the merchant told you originally. That's probably where the manifest is being held.
We're in the aft right now, right?
You are. This is the aft of the ship, the back. So there are 2 doors, one going to the north and one going to the west.
do we want to stick together, guys, or?
Yeah, I was trying to get in there, but
I keep unblocking the door.
I think we keep going aft since that's where I detected the.
There you go. You should be able to move through this door. Is there something sticking you?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Nah.
I'll get out of the way. Okay. So I think we should check this door to the aft.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I was detecting the consecrated article.
Clayton will once again slowly open the door.
Once again, it's one of those easy doors without a lock, and you open it. You look inside, and now the water is starting to taste really nasty. You look around, and there's 3 doors. It's a small hallway with 3 doors, one north, one south, and one all the way to the back.
I kind of point to the other guy. Do we want to check the other door or just keep going backwards?
So we check the doors on the left and the right.
Are we feeling funny being in this murkier water at all?
I wouldn't say you're feeling funny, but you're tasting some funny stuff.
Like
Like
when you say
the water tastes rotten.
okay, like the smell of death, but in taste form.
Yeah, it's hard for me to describe. It kind of like if you were to drink some sour milk or something, that's what the water tastes like.
So there's probably dead bodies in there somewhere.
Oh yes, Dorlac, take some inspiration. I think you think they are dead bodies. You think this what you're tasting is rotten bodies. Very pleasant.
Well, let's see find out if Reginald is among them.
Is the door closed to get in there now? Oh, there we go.
Yes, you guys do have the ability to open and close doors. So you walk into this little narrow hallway. There's not much room to move around. I mean, this is a ship after all.
Yep.
There are kind of 3 doors. All 3 of them have handles.
I think before just going straight to the back, I think I would want to make sure like we're not going to get flanked from the side. So I'll open up the door to the north.
Okay, you open up the door to the north, and we roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Good thing I did that so we wouldn't get flanked.
So when you open up the door to the north, it appears to be some sort of living quarters. Do I have some cool... There we go. It appears to be some sort of living quarters, and out of the corner of your eyes, you detect some motion. At first, you're looking around, and this whole area is full of like sea anemone and coral, and these sea things that have grown over it. So you didn't notice at first, but then you look at the sea coral, and sea coral is starting to move, and you realize that this isn't sea coral. It's something really horrible. The sea coral actually stands up on 2 legs. It's a humanoid shaped, formed by torn fabric, sundered wood, hair, limbs, and shattered bones. It's not like a zombie, it's just like a hodgepodge of stuff that's kind of gathered up together. And you hear a sound, almost as if it is from the inside of your own head. It's a sound reminiscent of the last gasp of a person drowned. We are in initiative.
We're in initiative.
Do you see this horrible thing before you? Because I gotta keep that door open.
I do not see anything.
You don't see the horrible thing before you. Why is that?
I moved around now. I see it now.
This door's supposed to be closed. You're not supposed to see that other one, but I guess you see that one too. That's okay. They're all good. You're gonna meet them all.
We need to put our auras on people.
Yes, I will remind you if something happens where you need to do a save. I will, try to remind you.
Also, wait until we need to do a save. Then.
No. If it applies, put it on.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Above my auras, it shows Paladin Aura light marker 10 foot.
That is just something that puts a light marker around you. It doesn't do anything else.
Oh, okay.
It's something I created myself to help me keep track of what the range of your aura.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. So this humanoid creature lumbers over. It's not really a zombie because it's not like a full skeleton or anything. It is lumped together pieces of debris.
I keep busting through the door to the west.
It's going to try to grapple you, but it's going to attack you first.
Which one? Is it the one to the south that we're actually facing right now, then?
It does hit you. You take bludgeoning plus necrotic damage. You are now grappled.
Auras on everybody.
Yeah, I did that earlier.
There's no save for the grapple.
Well, I know, but I'm just.
Yes. Put auras that apply. You'll need them.
You'll need them.
Okay, so while you're grappled, now it's your turn. Luckily, you're high enough on initiative where you get to act.
At least to this creature that just attacked me, I am going to attack it.
You are remember you are grappled, so you can attack while you're grappled, but you're restrained. You have 0 movement and disadvantage. Actually, I'm not sure if you have disadvantage. I keep forgetting. Grappled. Incapacitated condition. Actually, I don't think grappled gives you disadvantage. Oh, there we go. You see? If you
can't run around.
Yeah, I think it just I keep getting confused with something else. Yes, it puts your speed to 0. Okay.
Can he use break it to break the grapple?
You have to use an action to break grapple.
Oh, okay.
So you can't attack. So you got to make a difficult choice when you're grappled.
Well, we're in tight quarters. I don't think I'm gonna be able to run away anyway. So I'm not one to run away. I would just start punching and everything. So I will punch this creature right next to me.
That is a hit.
Right. Roll the damage on there. Stunning strike it, so hopefully that'll incapacitate that.
Let's see if you can
creature.
stun it. Roll its constitution.
See how constitution he is.
He fails. He is stunned.
So if he's stunned, does that release the grapple?
You have uselessified him for an entire turn.
Alright, and then...
Actually, if he's stunned, I cannot say that he can continue to grapple you. So I'm gonna break the grapple.
And I'll just hit him with my second attack.
Your second attack has advantage, and you need advantage. Did you apply stun to him?
I did. I forgot to apply.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Yep. Apply the stun.
You may roll once. Go roll again. Just roll again.
Oh.
Even with advantage, with 3 rolls, you miss him. So I can't. I tried to help you out, man.
I hit him with a good wallop in the first one. So, right, I only get 2 attacks, and I use my stunning strike, which is using that up, and I think I will drop down my dancing sword to go attack as my bonus action the creature that's away from me. We'll go fly it over here and attack this creature with the dancing sword.
Your dancing sword misses as well. You guys, I don't know what's going on. You guys are having real bad luck. You were having this last week too.
This creature, I mean, this character does not roll. I have found it. So,
have you tried changing your dice?
I've tried changing it like 7 times. But we'll do it again. Anyway, so I passed my turn.
Okay. You guys realize that Taifa, right next to you, you see that on the ground, some debris and crap starts to gather up. Before it was completely inanimate still, but now it's starting to gather up. It forms into this humanoid figure. You actually didn't even you can see it's the same thing that Clayton is dealing with, and one of them forms right next to you. However, it has to use its action to form next to you. That's its turn. Bullwreck.
So let's see, where am I at? So I have to be within melee range.
Unfortunately, I'm in your way.
Yeah, don't ignore that thing to the south. You're not in melee range of it because the door's not even open, and there's 2 doors in the way, so you can't hit that thing.
So I can get the guy in the raft number 4.
Yeah, you can get the guy that just appeared.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to him. I'm gonna target him.
Dolak, you have multiple effects on yourself. You have too many effects. Look at your before you do anything, just look at your how you are on the character sheet. Open up your effects bar.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so if the problem is if you have duplicates of certain effects, they will add extra things, like a save 3 and another save 3 and another save 3. So
Just trying to figure out how they all got on there.
I don't know. You must have clicked it many times.
I know.
Through your character sheet.
I think when you were trying to apply, when he was trying to apply it to other people, he didn't apply it to everybody.
Yeah, maybe you were trying to put it on others, but you just kept putting it on yourself at some point.
Yeah, I got excited.
Well, everybody should have mind protection too, but I don't see mine on any of them.
Yeah, I don't have gone protection right now.
Okay, now I think I'm good. So I'm just going to do...
one thing I want you to be aware of, you have 2 auras. One is the aura of protection. We went over how to use that last time. But the second aura is an aura of warding. Now, this is a very special aura. You don't put that on yourself unless something is casting a spell on you and you want to resist that spell. Because that script will give resistance to everything. And it doesn't, you don't have all resistance to everything all the time. You only have it in the case of somebody casting a spell at you. So don't have that aura on.
Take it off everybody?
Yeah, don't have that aura on everybody. Only use it when it's appropriate, when somebody is casting spell and doing damage. There's no other way to code that, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right. Finish your turn, please.
Yes.
You do hit him with your axe.
And I am going to use my extra attack.
You hit him a second time with your axe.
And I will pass my turn.
There's also a button you can use to pass your turn. On the
my gosh.
You see that button that points downward?
On the bottom?
Yeah. That makes things easier. It is your turn, Taifa.
Okay, now I see this guy right next to me. Let's see. I am going to... come on, where are my weapons?
Decision timer starts.
You know what? I'm going to attack him with my greatsword.
Okay, very nice.
I'll attack this guy with my greatsword, and...
Unfortunately, you rolled a natural 4.
Okay. Alright.
Anything else on your turn? I want to point out you're a war cleric.
Yes.
One of the abilities of a war cleric is you can make a second attack with a bonus action if you use up one of the 4 charges you have to do that. It's called War Priest.
Alright, well, I'll do that. I'll burn one of those, and I'll swing at him again with my greatsword.
Very nice.
Great.
Now you roll a
He rolls a natural 1.
Oh my gosh!
I should make you hit Norlac. You guys are rolling so bad.
We got dice or something.
Oh my! I'm actually worried about this group. Okay.
Turn on crit and fumble.
The Rack Wraith is going to come up. He's going to approach Clayton. He is going to try to attack and at the same time grapple Clayton.
Can I use the my protection style to help?
Is Clayton within the rules of the protection?
Well, he's right next to me, so...
He is, but you have to understand that there's a doorway here, and there's no connection here. You can move up. Actually, no, you can't move up.
Not now. No, it's not my turn. So if I
Actually,
can't
you
get
know
to
what?
him, I can't...
I think in this case, what I'll say is that you as a reaction, you quickly kind of throw your shield. You kind of slide over your shield into the door because you're within the rules of using it. Yes.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll give this Rack Wraith disadvantage.
Or I got an effect if you want me to put it on.
Either or. Would you like to put the effects for practice?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Did you get it, buddy?
Let me see. It is Rack Wraith number 2 that needs the effect. Did you put on somebody else?
No, I put it on. I don't put it all.
You put it on Clayton.
Okay, well I need to take that off him. So I need to put it on the person or the thing that's attacking him then.
I don't know. It depends on how it's coded. Fighting style protection. You know what? Let me read. This one, the way it's coded is you want to put it on the thing that is attacking.
Okay.
It depends on how it's coded. That's why it helps to know the code.
Because I'm not even going to be a paladin in my next. It's not my real character.
No, it's okay. But you know what? The things that you learn with scripting apply to all characters.
Okay, well then I'll put it on.
Put it on the thing that's attacking. Yes.
Which is
Rack Wraith number 2.
All right, there we go.
There we go. Very nice.
All
that
right.
Rack Wraith is now going to attack with disadvantage, trying to slam grapple Clayton. He misses. Luckily, I think he just missed. I think your protection literally has just saved Clayton's life, which is what it's supposed to do. Oh my goodness, the hairy Rack Wraith. Now, because he's hairy, that's actually a good thing for you because he's mostly made out of hair, so he has much less hit points than the others. You don't know if it's good or bad until they show up. This Rack Wraith is Cousin It is going to attack Clayton. That is going to hit Clayton. Clayton, you're going to take a significant amount of damage, and you're going to get auto grappled.
Oh goodness.
Go, and it's now your turn.
Okay, so
I'm in the bit of a pickle here, guys. I'm gonna get myself out of this soon.
yeah, I am going to, since I'm standing right beside him, I'm just going to perform lay on hands. Or what's Cure Wounds do?
Cure Wounds cures exactly what it sounds like.
Well, it's plus it's 1d8
Plus your...
spellcaster.
Yeah.
So can I can give on lay on hands? I can give as many of my as I have left over, right? Or can I give one at a time?
No, you can give them all. As long as you have in your pool, you can use them.
All right.
Yeah, lay on
pool's
hands
empty,
would
it's
be
empty.
completely useless if you can only give 1 hit point.
Yeah.
No, you choose however many hit points you want. You can exhaust all of it if you want.
Well, I'm going to give him 20, and that'll still leave me a little bit.
Okay.
So I'll mark them off, and you can just put it on there. It'll just be easier.
Okay, I will increase your hit points, Clayton, by 20.
12, 13, 14, 15.
You are back in the fight.
19, 20. That's my action. Do I have any bonus actions I can do? Wish I did. I don't think I have any bonus actions anyway, so I guess I will pass my turn. I was going to do something different that time, but I think you needed my help.
It was still okay.
So, to the south of Hugo, you see a lot of this debris starts swirling around and unnaturally binds itself together, forming a little baby one. However, it takes the Rack Wraith in action to complete its formation, so it's not going to do anything else this turn. Rack Wraith number 3. Now it's time for the Rack Wraiths to do nasty stuff. Seeing
He's
that,
not going to. He's stunned.
oh, I forgot. Please, what am I saying? He's stunned. Never mind. Your turn.
Olaf is going. I mean, not Olaf. Clayton is going to punch the creature on the ground a couple times. Hopefully. He will not
You
do
rolled
that.
a 1 and a
Oh.
2. Oh my goodness.
He will
That's
try
bad.
again.
There,
you go.
you hit
Finally.
it.
With putting a hand up. It's good. Getting desperate. Getting aggravated. Getting angry. You guys don't like it when I get angry. And then because I'm like all surrounded, I'm like, this is not good. I can't take them all. I'm going to Mitzi step out of the way to get away from all of you. Over to this area here. And then that will be my turn.
Okay, Rack Wraith number 4 sees Dolrak going to start attacking Dolrak. He's going to try to land this hit.
Yes.
He misses. It's Dolrak's turn.
Nuts.
I am going to target him and do what I do best.
That should not be what you do best.
Man,
Rolling a 1. What is
up
a?
with
You
this?
guys are rolling real bad.
Now it's time to use my extra attack. Doing 11.
That's gonna hit finally. Okay. Wow. Good strike. Good strike.
Yeah. And my turn is complete.
All right.
Oops.
Alright, I am going... Do I have this guy targeted? I do. I'm gonna try to swing at him again with my greatsword. And I'm gonna add a guided strike to it.
Very nice. Good. You use those. I built your character with as a powerful war cleric.
So
Use
that'll
those powers.
Ooh, what a hit.
There's no way you're gonna miss with a guided strike. Unless you like rolling 1. Oh, this thing is almost dead. You are chopping it to
Alright.
bits.
I will
Get
use
him.
my bonus action to, if I can find it. Ah, there it is. Attack him again.
And and then Dorlak, you remember, this is why I chose this woman for my squad.
That's right.
No, not that.
No.
Got a little
and then
overconfident.
And then I chuckled.
And then I end my turn.
Rack
I'm
Wraith
not
number
choked on the
2
water.
is going to make his way over. He's going to come in here, squeeze into this little space, and he's going to attack you, Dolrak, because your armor is shiniest, and he wants your armor and your beard to be part of his whole getup.
That's the hairy one.
Not the hairy one.
He's still back in the back.
But he misses. Now it's the hairy one. Hairy one's gonna come out here. The hairy one can't really reach you, but the hairy one turns around and sees Gone, and he really loves Gone's beard. Like, he would love to have Gone's beard part of his corporeal self. So he's going to attempt to kill Gone and steal his beard. A 3's not going to do nothing. Okay,
Yes,
Gone.
it is.
You're up.
All right. Well, right now I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Okay.
I was
Are
gonna
you
move in
protecting
that.
yourself from good or evil?
That says good and evil.
Oh, I forgot. You don't even choose anymore, man. They really made these spells crappy. In the past, you had to choose. You have to determine alignments that you're protecting yourself against. You are protected against certain types of creatures, including aberrations, celestials, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead. Are you certain that this creature is one of those above?
No, I'm not certain. It's a
Okay.
wraith, so I'm assuming that it's probably undead anyway.
But
I would say undead.
But the creature type will automatically take that into
all right.
account.
Well, if I wasted a spell if it's not, but
All right. Anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna check that off real quick. Well, I had plans to do that and then stand in the breach, but I really can't do that, so I don't have any bonus actions or anything else like that, and I don't think I want to move. Nope,
Back up! Back up!
I can't back up.
Oh,
There's a wraith there.
Trying to get you to come toward me, actually.
Oh, was you okay? Then I'll go there, and I'll put my aura back on him and pass my turn.
Okay, the small one. He's very small, so he has a crappy attack bonus. He kind of saunters over and tries to hit you. He attacked. It appears that he attacked at disadvantage.
I mean, he must be undead then.
He is
Or else he must
undead.
So I made a good choice.
He is undead, indeed. But you guys did
How
not
long does that
ask me
spell
whether
last?
what you think these
10
creatures
minutes.
are. Didn't investigate them, so you just.
Well, we didn't have time.
But indirectly, you found out that they are undead.
I was going to actually ask before I did that, but he already ruined my plans because I was going to stand in the doorway and cast that so it couldn't get to my buddies.
So this Rack Wraith comes up. However, you realize that the Rack Wraith realizes he can't get through this door. The all of a sudden you see that all the components that are kind of animating this creature, they just drop down into a big pile on the floor. You see an ethereal spirit kind of float over here.
Well, I couldn't have stopped him from getting through there anyway, apparently.
Right now, Rack Wraith 3 is in spirit form.
Okay.
Clayton, it's your turn.
Spoiled some of the plans out. But anyways, I'll try it anyways. I'm gonna yank a bead and try to throw it back into the hallway that they just came from, just in case there might be even more creatures back there.
All
We don't
right,
know.
I'll plop a token to show where the effect is.
Whoa, is it?
That's a big.
That's a huge fireball. That can't be right, is it?
Let's measure it.
Looks like about
35 feet or something like that.
at least 45. 50.
You know what? Instead of using this token, why don't you just draw it? I'm gonna.
Can you shrink them tokens the way you do by hitting control?
You can, but it's just such a headache. Why don't you just draw a circle?
Yeah.
And draw the circle.
20-foot radius. Yeah.
I like it moved.
Oh, that actually might be the size it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Okay.
You're gonna have to be very crafty on how you want to throw this fireball. Oh, sorry. I removed it by mistake. 20-foot radius. You gotta be real crafty on how we want to angle this fireball. You can move it around. Okay. All right. So you're only gonna hit those last 2 rack wraiths. So
yeah, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to throw it as far as I can, and knowing how big fireball is, I'm like, hopefully this is not gonna hit anyone, and throw it as far as I can.
You may roll their save, and they automatically already have resistance effect applied.
Yeah, but it's still probably the most damage I'm gonna...
how many beads are you throwing? Every bead is an extra dice. It's like upcasting.
True. Yeah, let me...
Do you want to throw the whole necklace?
I don't want to throw the whole necklace. I'll throw 4. I'll throw half of them. So, I gotta try.
So just up. If you're throwing 4 beads, upcast it 3 times.
Yeah.
But roll their saves first, of course.
Yeah, I gotta roll their saves first. So, save.
They both succeed somehow, even though they're floating around in water. Somehow they dodge the fireball. They wrap their little barnacles around themselves as the blast goes off. Go ahead and roll the damage.
I am trying to. I'm trying to add the other... Right, it would just click on it and then scroll, and then it would add the dice, but it's not doing that.
So what you do is you pull the damage out of the 8d6 fire, pull the damage out, and then right-click 2 times.
Oh, right-click.
Oh, you rewrote this to be 8d6.
No, I didn't rewrite it.
You did it?
No, I took the fireball.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead and do that.
So wait, I'm confused. Is it 8d6 or the 8d6 plus? I think that's right. Maybe
it should be 10d6. Oh, you 12d6.
Because I did 4 turns.
Oh yeah. Area of effect. I forgot.
So you actually use 5 beads with that, because the first bead gives you 8d6, and then the second bead is 9d6, third bead is 10d6. So you use 5 beads. Unfortunately, a lot of resistance going on.
It's still more damage than I was doing punching.
Well, there is somebody does have something that can really help out with your punching, if you can ask them.
Enhanced strength.
Nope. Clay, is that anything else on your turn, Clayton?
That was my action. I can't really do anything bonus action because I didn't actually attack. Except I'll move my... After I did that big attack, I probably damaged my sword a little bit. It'll come flying through the flames to try to attack the creature that's right next to it. So, let's do that.
Your sword lands the hit.
Finally.
Full damage. Max damage. Very nice.
And then...
This rack wraith is looking real crappy.
That will be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Rack Wraith 4.
Rack Wraith 4 is busy attacking Dolrak. Misses. Luckily, these Rack Wraiths only get 1 attack. Dolrak, it's your turn.
Going to attack Wraith number 4.
You hit it.
And a 1.
But that was enough to shatter it into smithereens.
Dun, dun, dun.
One down, 7 more to go.
What's the number 2? Number 2 got any damage? Yeah. So I'm going to use my extra attack on number 2.
You land a critical hit. Congratulations. About time.
And now I'm going to roll a level 2.
Very smart. Very smart. Why don't you take an extra inspiration for remembering that? Because I told you last time.
That'll give me 4.
Yes, the crit will automatically double all the dice you roll.
Okay. Don't I still have to roll the number? I gotta put it on myself.
Put it on yourself and then roll the damage. And because you just crit him, you will automatically double the dice. It'll do it for you automatically.
Alrighty.
Let's see how much damage you can do on this thing.
Ooh, that's a lot of dice.
49 points of damage. You put this thing out of its miserable existence. There you go. You see that? This is how paladins shine.
Exactly.
And I shall pass my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Taifa, you're up.
Okay, now I saw the creature turn into a spirit and appear on the other side of me, right?
Yes. Right now it's still spirit form, but you can see the floor around you is starting to swirl. It's like gathering to materialize again.
Okay, perfect. What I'm going to do is I am going to turn undead.
Oh, well, that's very smart. You know, take some inspiration for turning undead, because I was wondering if somebody's going to figure that out. You paladins also have this ability.
Well, where's it showed at?
So it's within 30 feet of me, so that's...
Oh, I'm sorry, paladins don't. I keep getting confused with 3rd edition paladins. No, the cleric does. Paladins don't necessarily have it.
Yeah, I was
sorry.
wondering about that, actually.
All right, go ahead, roll their save.
Alright, turn undead.
We have 1 failure and 2 successes. The baby rat wraith failed.
What does the successes? That just means they're not affected?
Yeah, turn undead is
Okay.
it's all or nothing.
Okay.
Alright, so that's... Okay, that's an action. Can I use my bonus action to attack the one that's
I
between...
believe in order to do the war priest, you have to have made an attack already.
Alright then, I guess I'll end my turn then.
Alright. The hairy one does not like the fact that you try to turn it. It's going to attack you.
Alright.
Oh yeah, he's standing right in front of me, I forgot.
But he misses. Now it's Golan's turn. That one beneath you, the compact one, is feared because of turn undead. Does it have the effect on it? Oh, you didn't put the effect on it. I'll put a fear effect on it, no problem. But part of the turn undead is it's got a fear effect that you got to put on things that you successfully turn. Because it takes me a while to dig up the fear effect.
Alright, and I dragged and dropped the turn undead effect on my character. Should I take it off?
You're not afraid, are you? Are you afraid of yourself?
No, let me see what
just kidding.
it depends on what the effect says.
Yeah.
You scare me.
No, this
scare me.
effect is meant to be put on enemies. But it's okay, though it won't do anything.
I did the
to you.
same thing too. So.
It won't do anything to you, don't worry about it. So
Alright.
I have to go find the frightened effect. See, it takes longer for me to do it than for you to do it. Okay, now it's frightened, so you may attack it. You may go ahead and attack it.
Yeah, he's frightened of me.
It's not. Is it his? It's not his turn. It's my
It's
turn.
Gone's turn.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and attack it. I was gonna say. I am attacking Lahiri Cousinet.
You hit.
It hit. Lay the hammer down.
That's the end of her cousin it.
Okay, so I'm going. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, race number 3. I guess I'll use my second attack on.
That's a 1.
Yeah, you're right. It is. I look at my hammer
Gone, have
disappointingly.
you been hitting the bottle?
Look at the hammer disappointingly, and just point my finger at it and shake it, and then look up disappointedly at the race, and I'll say, "I'll get you next time," and I will pass my turn.
It's in spectral form, so you just went through it, so it didn't actually hit.
Okay, so this Rack Wraith has been turned. It is frightened, and it will do everything within its power to escape. Therefore, you can see that the corporeal form just falls apart, and a little shimmering spirit comes out. The shimmering spirit goes through the wall. If you want to just take a free opportunity attack, feel free. Both Glowin and Clayton. But it's going to
Hey, why not? It was attacking us. I'll take an opportunity attack at it.
Sure.
Little sucker.
No.
Man, I need to sharpen my
That's
hammer.
a double no. He
You need to lay off the ale.
in his incorporeal ghostly form, he passes through the wall and disappears from combat.
Oh man.
We're just giving him extra reason to get out of here.
Rack Wraith 3 forms entirely, now has a corporeal form, but that takes up its turn, and it just sits there staring at you.
Can it not attack when it's in incorporeal form?
It can attack with its corporeal form, but it has to finish an action to take that corporeal form.
Oh, I see.
As you see, little bits of debris start binding together. So it's a lengthy process. Clayton, you're up. Yeah, you guys have turned the tide, and so to speak, no pun intended. And there's just one enemy left.
Alright, I'm going to punchy, hopefully.
Good hit. Crap damage.
Damn it. Second hit.
Another good hit.
Just aggressionally raging, trying to hit this thing. I don't think I can get my sword over to try to fight this thing, or can I? It's
Sure.
a tiny creature, you can kind of go through people. Yeah, I'll come over here and
Your sword is very small, so it can squeeze through
Yeah.
things.
then duck and weave through people, and
There we go. That's a full damage hit.
then that will be the end of my turn.
And I guess I'm still within melee range, so I can go ahead and do my attack.
Oh, back to
Damn.
rolling trash again.
Yeah. That's a dwarven thing.
Well, we live by the dice, we die by the dice.
There we go.
Got a hit.
That's a hit.
And my turn is complete.
Alright, with only one guy left, I am going to pull out my great sword and swing at this foul creature.
Are you going to do a spinning swing, like a really stylish one, like a really elven
Be
thing?
hard underwater.
You can. It'll get you momentum, and then the force of impact will be insane.
All right.
Alright, I'll do it. I don't know
That's
if
not a
that-
special ability. I'm just a description.
Alright.
That's a hit.
All right. Our luck is changing.
That's the end of it.
I always like that. Kill something in the Wilhelm scream that's in every movie comes on.
Yeah. That was specifically coded by Rob Toohey to do that. So you utterly obliterate these horrible things, despite taking taking a little bit of damage at first. The rest of the combat went fairly smoothly. You didn't take any more damage. You guys are still pretty badly injured, but you know you don't feel like you're about to die. You look around you, and you notice that this is sort of the passenger chambers. Once these doors in the back were opened, you realize that there's bodies floating in there. Many bodies.
I'm gonna kind of, where's he at? I'm gonna walk over to the door lock and ask, and kind of sign to him and mouth to maybe cast Divine Sense again and try to maybe get a sense of exactly which direction the artifact is.
Okay, before I want to do that, I want to check the bodies and look for a ruby ring.
That was, good call, because I was thinking about the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's what Olaf was getting ready to do.
You start checking the bodies, and you realize that their fingers have been gnawed off.
We're looking for a dark-haired halfling, by the way. Not just
Could be on the floor.
Or what's left of something, maybe. If we can find at least a ruby ring that...
You do not find any ruby rings, but unfortunately you realize that all the fingers have been gnawed off by something. Some sharp, something with
ring.
Sharp teeth.
Well, that's not good. So yeah, I will do the Divine Sense and see if it can lead us in the right direction.
The Divine Sense tells you that that holy consecrated item is somewhere in the very back of this that back room.
So it looks like we got to keep going
where we was going.
Farther aft.
Do we see a dark-haired halfling by any chance?
You look around. Unfortunately, you do see one body that could be a halfling, but they're bloated and they're desiccated, and you can't. It's very difficult to identify them. They're all kind of mixed together. So it could be a halfling, or it could be a child, or it could be a very, very short man. One body kind of looks like that. So when you go to the way far back of the ship, the very back room, this clearly was a crew quarters. But you can see that the torn remnants of numerous hammocks and destroyed footlockers, as well as clothes and other personal effects, are flying all over the place. Now it appears that the room is clearly used for stuffing bodies. All of the crew, it appears that somebody came and started eating the bodies. The bodies are half masticated, half eaten. The fingers are all eaten off. The eyes are all eaten out. It's a horrific sight. And once whoever was eating the bodies was done with it, they stuffed it in the back. It's a gruesome thing to do, but you can go through these bodies.
This way? To the
Yeah, at the very end. That's where all the bodies are stuffed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, the acrid taste in your mouth is almost impossible. Is almost impossible to bear. You are literally floating. You are literally trying to float yourself through these bodies that are clinging, banging against you. You can search it. It'll take a good 5 minutes. It's not impossible, but it's a gruesome thing to do.
What? How long have we been down there now?
Not that much longer. It's just right now at this point, maybe like 15 minutes.
Yeah, rounds are only 6 seconds in battle, so...
Yeah, these rounds, they're not that long. It's just we slow time down to resolve them, but it's not that long of a time.
I would say we start looking around possibly for weapon.
All right, so this is what I want you to do. I want each of you to roll an investigation to see how much time you take looking through this.
Oh.
How much time are you going to blow? Are you going to have enough time to complete
I'm going to burn my inspiration to give myself advantage.
Not bad at all. Everybody rolls investigation.
I'm going to do the same.
Can I do the inspiration also?
Of course you can. Inspiration on any D20 roll. So this is how you do it. You see that little bar that says modifier, advantage, disadvantage, etc. on the bottom of your screen?
Yes.
You can click on the advantage, Push that down
Okay.
before you roll whatever you want to roll. Now you go to your character sheet and you go to skills and you see investigation and you all the way on the right you just double click the investigation.
Okay.
Let's see. What I'm looking for is everybody goes above 10. And so far we looks like, let me see, do we have 4 rolls? 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody is above 10. You guys are very good at searching. You've been through this, fighting the cult of Shar. You have to be ever vigilant and quick. You guys are able to find everything you need to find on these bodies within 2 minutes.
Wow.
All right, here is the tally. You find a lot of money. You find about 341 gold pieces, a couple of silver pieces, a couple of copper pieces. You put that in. You find 2 magical arrows. You find 3 daggers. You find an eye patch, that a large sapphire in its socket. The sapphire is so big that this eye patch is worth a lot of money. You find a gold-plated ring with a ruby inside. Now kind of rings some bells. You find a long sword. You find a rapier. So some of these bodies were carrying weapons. And last but absolutely not least, you find a shard of a rock, a crystal shard. This shard, Dorlak, you're the one who finds it. You're reaching into one of these people's pockets, and you pull it out, and you find this leather pouch. You open up the leather pouch quickly, and out falls this. It's like a shard of a crystal. The edges are kind of sharp. As it falls into your hands, it begins to glow softly. You feel a powerful, holy presence within it. You are certain that this is the same presence that you feel when you dearly pray to Selune. You realize that this is what you're looking for. Unfortunately, you don't even know what this thing is. So here we go.
Was that pouch happen to be on the smallish, dark-haired,
Yes.
halfling-like guy?
Yes, it is. So you put 2 and 2 together, and you realize that this is what we're looking for. You have successfully completed your main part of this quest.
I wonder if that ruby would fit in my battle axe, or that, not the ruby, but that stone.
No, that's
To get back anyway.
what you're looking for to put in your battle axe is a specific rune carved by the dwarven smithy who made your axe. Only the person who made your axe is going to be able to carve a rune like that. Do you know who made your axe?
Yes, I can't remember his name. I'd have to look it back up, but
I wrote it in the description.
yeah, I'm looking.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to put all these objects inside the party sheet. So this is a way we manage inventories. The thing is, I don't want to distribute gold or inventory items because I want to put all the items inside permanent party members, and I don't want to partially.
Okay,
distribute
in other words, we just need to leave the stuff in there right now. Then.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to just keep it in there until you guys are formed in your permanent party. Then we can distribute. So, Dorlik, you hold this object in your hand and you feel a warm, calm, soothing presence. You feel holy powers coursing through your veins. It's quite amazing. You've never touched anything quite like this. Perhaps way back in the past, when you were fervently praying to Selune during the festival of the moon, and they poured the holy water of the moon on your head. Only those times have you felt this connected to your goddess. So you know that this is what you're looking for.
Right. I think we need to hurry up and grab it. Well, we still have to find the manifest.
Yeah, I think we need to go forward to find it.
Well, so at
The
this
manifest should be in the casket.
yes, you're right. He's right. At this point, you have completed the quest that you came to do. You have, however, you have not completed the quest that was given
For the merchant,
to
yeah.
the merchant. And if you want that reward, you're going to have to complete that part of the quest. However, you guys are very injured. Do you wish to take the risk and push on, or do you wish to call it a day and just complete the quest at this point? The choice is yours.
I
Clayton's just gonna look at Dorlac and be like, he's in charge. I'm gonna point up and then point up to go to where we need to go, or point down.
We
to
got the
get
bell,
battle.
so
Dorlac,
Well-
your loyal squad defers to you to make the decision.
I think we have enough health potions that we could get everybody back to battle
have
ready. I have 2.
but we got time though. That's
You do have time because you guys rolled really well on that investigation, so you have plenty of. You haven't even spent half of your time underwater yet.
We got like 40 minutes, I would say. Right?
Yeah.
I think we should look for the manifest to complete our mission because
All right.
we signed a paper, we agreed to do it. We really need to.
Dorlac, that is
finish it.
that is a lawful train of thought and a lawful action. If we had little alignment gauges, I would gauge you towards lawful, but we don't.
All right.
All right,
So-
I think this is actually a good time for us to take a little bio break.
sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
See you in 5.
2 + 1 arrows, 3 daggers.
All right, continuing on, you guys have acquired the item that you came, that you're seeking, but you've also decided that you should complete the quest that you were given as well. You need to find the ship's manifest, which you know is probably in the stern castle of the ship. That is on the highest the upper deck, the outside deck of the ship, which, since the ship is upside down, the lowest level for you guys, which is probably the level below you, because most of these ships, most of the time, they're 3 decks big.
All right.
So basically, to get to the upper level, we need to go down one more. From looking at our maps and stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Up, technically up.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's down in terms of your gravity and your
Our
position,
perception.
but it is
Yeah.
up in terms of the ship's original orientation.
Okay.
You guys are
So
technically
that would
standing
be
on
the
the ceiling.
stairs.
Yeah.
The stairs in the front. We need to make our way to those stairs.
There are 2 ways to go to that deck. One, the stairs in the very top front of the ship, the bow, and there's also the hatch, the big hatch, the cargo.
That we
hatch.
came down through.
Yeah, the cargo hatch continues to the
Yeah.
upper level as well.
Well, that hatch is closer, so maybe we should make our way to the hatch.
Well,
All right.
let's go then.
You guys game?
Yep. Do we want to check this room that we haven't checked yet, or we afraid something can come out?
I think we'll just.
Well,
you can open.
considering
Might be something
there's a
behind
lot
it.
of- Yeah, I mean, you guys, a lot of us are injured,
All right.
but
We'll just-
I think we need to
Skedaddle.
drink some health potions.
You
And I
guys,
have two
these
that
gremlins don't even realize you're there.
I have 2 to share.
You guys
So
come
is
up
this-
and the gremlins are still working on that big chunk of fish that you brought down. It's gonna take them probably hours to finish this thing off. So you guys aren't worried the gremlins are gonna bother you.
So we need to go through this door. Is that right?
That's the hatch.
Yes.
It is. It's latched with a little thing that you can remove and open, like you did before.
If we're gonna use those potions, who should take the potion?
Well,
I don't
yeah. I can give to whoever needs them. It looks like Tafia's in the red and Goen's in the red.
Yeah.
So how do I share a potion?
The easiest way is just tell somebody, "Hey, roll, I'm giving you a potion," and delete it from your
Well,
inventory.
Tafia
But
just
you
healed
can
himself,
actually
I think.
take it out of your inventory and drag it onto their portrait to give it to them.
Oh, okay.
That's another way to do
So
it.
Goen, do you need one?
It wouldn't hurt. I still have a little bit of praying lay on hands, but I'd like to save that for emergency.
Yeah.
Okay, well go ahead and take one of my potions.
Well, just want you. Do you have the effect? Wait a minute, I got a potions effect.
If I do, I don't really know how to use it.
Let me see.
I'm
if
not
you
gonna
have it.
lie.
So in your actions, let me see. You don't have items.
I got it because I
Yeah.
I had to go- I
Dorlac,
had
you
to
actually
prepare
don't have
one.
the effect in your character sheet. You can easily find the effect. So here's this is how the Rob Tui scripts work. If you look on the right, the sidebar, right, and you
Yes.
scroll all the way down to spells, you open up
Okay.
spells, right? Any effect that Rob Tui coded is inside here. So what you do is you just search for Potion of Healing, and it'll say item Potion of Healing. You found it?
I'm working on it.
This is actually when you're building your character to begin with. This is how you
Uh-huh.
assign abilities.
And I put that in my spells.
You just drag it into your character sheet. You can organize your character sheet and label them. What it does, the way you do that is you go down to display and you click group, and you can organize
Okay.
them. But when you pull it
Yeah,
in,
we did that a little bit.
yeah,
so-
when you pull it
say-
in, where did it land? It might have landed in some weird place.
It landed under spells and cantrips.
Okay, this is how you fix that. You go to display actions and you click that, make it group.
Okay.
Now you go back down to that item, right?
Uh-huh.
And you know where it says spells? You can write something else in there, like items.
Like health.
Items.
Well, you can put
potions.
other items there too,
Yeah.
like if you have them. So I just kind of, I just would name
So
it
you
items or something
click
like
on
that.
spells and change the spells to whatever you want, and it'll put it in another like categorization.
That's a good place to put like
I'm gonna put
rings of
health.
protection for the just different things
So
like
now
that.
go search around and you'll find that it's in a different label. Yeah, you see that?
Yeah. I have to close the delete.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to do that, but you can do that.
Okay, yeah, it's on the very top now. So now I just drag the crossover to Goen
Yeah.
and just drop it on his character in the combat tracker.
Either or. There you go.
Yeah.
You healed Goen for 8 points.
Okay.
That's good enough.
You sure? I got one more.
Well, you might need it.
Nah, I'm good.
Or one of our other guys
Okay.
might need it. You could,
Okay, I'll
if
save it
somebody
in case
falls
we
or
need it
something, because I
later.
still have some prey on hands, and I also have
Okay.
cure wounds.
If it-
So
If we're gonna get rid of it, I will take it, give it to Clayton. Because he's like at 50% right now.
or you, yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I'll do that.
I didn't notice you were that.
I'm a Clayton's not. So
There we go.
there we go. All right, we're good now.
All right.
You're better. Okay.
We're right as rain.
All right. You are you going to open this hatch?
Yeah.
Yes.
You open the hatch and it opens and you can see the sea floor. Now you look around. From where you're looking down, you can only see a little portion of the sea floor. You notice that there's a lot of debris scattered all over the sea floor. This was probably part of the ship that has kind of crashed down and broken down into the sea floor. You see that there is a upside down lifeboat on the sea floor. But also, you think you see something really big down there. You see the shadow. You can't see the creature from just looking down the hatch, but you can see the shadow of something moving. You're not alone down there. Do you
we
want to
use
jump
light
in,
bulbs
guns
again?
a-blazing?
I like to go first. That way I can.
You want to use that light bulb
run
to
with it.
throw it down there and see if we can maybe make out what it is. I don't know if that matters or not, but
Yeah, I mean,
Do you want to throw the
We
light
can.
thing down there? So you're certain that there's a creature down there. However, the creature's out of view, so you only see its shadow moving, but it's a big shadow.
What is it shaped like?
You can't tell the shape just from looking at the shadow.
Is the water bloody murky in here, or?
Well, the water's better in here than it was in the death room. And as a matter of fact, you had to close the door. It was so bad.
I'll take and go guns a-blazing. I'll just jump down in there.
See if it attacks us?
But then nobody follow until I give the all clear.
Alright.
Because I got the most health, I believe.
Okay.
Well, if you're going to
So
go
I
down, we
move.
all need to go down.
Well, you do have to
So-
decide if you're gonna all jump down there at once, or only one of you is jumping down.
Well, we'll go one at a time, but
Well, we have to do it for initiative.
Well, the question is, are we gonna? Can we get to the castle tower or whatever part of the ship it's called without drawing attention from whatever it is that's down there?
You're not certain
We
because you
prob-
can't. You don't know what's down there.
Yeah,
You
we
can't-
probably won't
There's
know
only
until
so
we
much
get
you
down
can
and
see
see.
from the hatch.
Clayton's gonna hold on to his amulet that he has of Selune, or the Silver Queen, and when he goes in, just if something comes at us, I'm going to cast a spell.
So you're gonna stay on top and not go down.
I'll go right next to Dorlac. I'll be right next to Dorlac.
All right. So is everybody jumping down together?
I'd say them
All
two
for
jump
one,
down and
one
then we'll
for all?
jump down.
Yep.
All right. In that case, I will put everybody down in there.
Yeah. I mean, eventually we're going to all end up in there, so.
Yep.
As all of you go down there, commando style. There's not one, but there's 3 creatures here. One of these creatures, you look at, it looks sort of like a merman, but it seems more fish than man in terms of merman.
It's like 2 tritons and
Yeah,
Also,
you're not really sure what these creatures are, but there's 2 of these creatures. They're actually wielding tridents. They're clearly intelligent enough to even wield weapons, but they look more like fish than like man. Although physiologically they're like mermen. They have a tail, and they have humanoid hands. And however, there's a horrible-looking monstrosity right next to you. This creature over here. It appears to be partially formed out of water. You can't tell where its flesh begins and the water begins. It's got these long, deadly-looking claws and these sharp teeth. And as you jump down there, they all look at you. The two mermen, or you're not sure if they're even mermen. You're not really sure what these things are. They brandish their little tridents at you and approach aggressively, ready to attack.
Is there one that seems to be a leader?
You can't tell with these 2.
Are they considered animals?
You would not call them animals, no. They're not natural beasts.
I would just hold up my hand to the creature is close to me, stay back.
Well, since you're first on initiative, Clayton, you do hold up your hands. They don't immediately attack. Wisely, you don't immediately engage them. So it appears that this monstrosity is actually allied with these other 2 creatures. These 2 creatures with a spear, they're brandishing their spears at you aggressively. Like anything you do, they're going to start attacking. But they don't immediately strike. They kind of look at you curiously, tilting their heads to the side, trying to know what to make of you. any of you have any water languages?
I do not.
I'm pretty sure I don't never put a water language on when I was making my
I've got Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, and Sylvan.
No, none of those will be helpful.
Okay, because none of these creatures are water fae or anything like that.
These creatures, you don't think they're fae.
What Clayton will do is he will take his dancing sword out and whisper to it, but then place it on the ground. But it's inactive. That makes sense?
Sure.
Ready to just place it on the ground to show like a symbol of we're not here to fight. And then I guess that's my bonus action, and then as an action
Well, you have not entered initiative because they have not engaged you. You haven't engaged them, so we're still in roleplay mode.
Okay. If
Whether you want to get into initiative is up to how you handle this situation.
Well, I reach up to the heavens and draw on the power that's going to make my aura glow around myself to show that I have special, powers from the goddesses of Selune and the Mood Maidens.
Ooh, the light bothers these creatures, and they kind of just block their eyes a little bit. Are you using one of the channel divinity powers?
No, that was not yet. It just depends on how they react.
That monstrosity he just stands there looking menacing, kind of showing his teeth. The other two, the bright light, they're not used to it because they're water creatures. They kind of back off a little bit, shielding their eyes to the bright light, and then they look at you kind of back and forth, very confused.
When we're down here close, can we see anything that looks like the black box?
What you see is a stern castle, right there. You see a door to the stern castle. You look around, you see to the south of you, you see the lifeboat. It's turned upside down.
Well, I'm kind of just going to walk over here and
you looking up, you can see the main deck is above you. So the ship is upside down. Along half of the splintered mainmast, the other half is sundered on the seafloor.
I'm gonna.
Broken gear, tangled rigging, and shattered spears and yards are littered around this area. In the center of the deck above, you can see you can see that cargo hatch that you jumped out of. And among the debris on the sea floor, the overturned ship's boat. Ship's boat is the lifeboat, is capsized, partially embedded in the sand. Of more immediate concern, however, these trident-wielding creatures, as you approach that little lifeboat, they kind of brandish their weapons at you. Like they don't want you coming anywhere near it seems like they are kind of staking this area out from what you deduce. They don't want you mucking with anything in the area. You approach it's a capsized lifeboat. You just kind of go near it. You bend down, look like you're about to touch it, and they brandish their weapons.
Well, what if I just continue walking? Just nonchalantly? No fast, quick moves or anything else like that, and I'll walk over to the...
They stare at you, but you walk towards the door, and they all come at you. These creatures... They don't immediately attack, but they put up their weapons like, don't you dare touch that door kind of thing. And one of the creatures actually looks at you. He kind of tilts his head a little bit, and he takes out one of his tridents. He takes out his trident, and he points it at the door. And then he just points it at the door, like jabs it at the door. And then he puts up a finger like, no, no, no.
like maybe like throwing up 3 fingers to show like maybe like try to like pull out your trident that you have and see if they react to that.
Okay. I'll pull out my trident.
Gorlak, you pull out your trident, and this fish person looks at it, and he is amazed because you have a +1 trident. And this is the most beautiful trident this fish person has ever seen. And he comes over and he actually he kind of puts his trident on the ground, and he puts his hands out like, can I see it?
And then I'll point at the door, motioning to let us pass without any actions against us. And then I would let him have the trident, but I can't speak to him. So I'm just doing some hand signals, hoping he understands me.
I will accept a performance check for that to see if you can communicate.
Do you got any inspiration left?
I got 3 inspirations left.
This would be a good time.
So the performance check would come from
Skills tab.
It's, among your skills.
Yep.
And what is my performance? A +3?
Yeah,
You have a high charisma, so the performance should be a good.
Oh, it's a +7.
Oh, you have.
So should I
you
use,
actually have proficiency in your performance.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah,
No, you don't. It's a +3.
No. That's persuasion.
Yeah.
I got a +3, so I can use an inspiration.
Yes. So click on advantage to use the, and don't forget to check off the inspiration once you use it.
And roll it in.
Yeah.
And when you roll
then-
skill checks, I typically like the skill checks inside the skill tower. However, sometimes it's so obvious that it doesn't matter. Because it's obvious if this is going to work or not. Because if it doesn't work, he's going to be spearing your face.
You said persuasion?
Yeah.
No, it's a performance. No, because you're not even talking to this creature. You guys don't speak the same language, plus you're underwater.
You didn't? Oh yeah, you did. I didn't see 2 dice until it split apart.
Congratulations, Dorlak. You have successfully convinced this guy to leave you alone. He greedily takes your trident from you. It's his trident now. He signals to his friends, and they walk out. And they leave you alone.
Good job.
There you go. That is a fantastic non-combat resolution. They walk off, leaving you guys alone down here.
Oh, I'm going to. I'm going to.
You don't even know what those things were.
No.
I'm fine with not knowing.
Yeah.
All right. There's only one last obstacle in your path, and that's that door.
And hopefully it's not locked.
The door does appear to have a handle.
Okay.
You're not sure if it's locked.
Well, I'm going to try the handle.
Turn the handle.
The handle turns.
Explosion.
Click.
I don't know why they would trap doors on a ship anyway, but we need another one.
Exactly, like if you have a fireball go off on your ship, I mean, you'll stop somebody from stealing your stuff, but well, maybe that's why the ship went upside down.
Yeah, that could be, I guess. Okay, I'll slowly open the door if it opens. You never did say, I don't think.
Okay, you slowly open the door, and it opens into this rather large chamber. Rainbow-hued colonies of anemones, sponges, and starfish drape the glistening walls and carpet the deck. And overhead in this room that was once the captain's quarters, immediately you notice that a grotesque humanoid figure floating in the center of the room with a blue, bloated, dead-looking skin and hair that resembles sea kelp. The thing is alive, looks to be somewhat female, and she looks up at you as the door opens. From the north, another figure comes around, just as ugly and disgusting. and the figure is draped in seaweed and slime and encrusted with barnacles. This one is also a humanoid, but has scaled skin and an eel-like tail instead of legs. On her face is a terrifying smile, which falters into a momentary look of confusion upon seeing you, but then her eyes narrow and she looks at you menacingly. Clearly, these two figures are not friendly and they're ready to attack.
But do I know what they are?
I would need a check. Give me a history check.
That's another weak area. Are you history?
Yeah, me too.
That's worth a shot.
Gone, you do not know what these creatures are.
Okay. They're fox and celeste.
I cannot show you their pictures because... Actually, yes, I can. Maybe I can, I can't. The problem is if I show you the pictures, the label of the picture
know what they are.
will give it away. Unless
That's
I
all right.
edit the label of the... yeah, there we go.
Are they, do I happen looking around in there, glancing around while I'm just standing there, do I happen to see the, black box horrible thing? That's what I thought it was.
It looks celestial.
So
I
what...
just want to know, is this inside the chamber? You said
you don't see any obvious black box from where you're standing.
No, I'm just saying that the creatures are inside the room, not outside the room with us.
You can't see him?
Nah, technically I can only see through the door. I don't.
Click on me. Maybe you can see him then if he's got.
Okay. But no, I just want. He said to the north.
So these creatures are humanoid in shape. Clearly not natural. They're not like sharks or anything. Something really evil. You sense the evilness immediately as you approach. These creatures are ready to attack. One of them kind of begins kind of summoning sea magics. Clayton, you're up.
Not actually being able to actually see the creature because he doesn't know by seeing the other guy preparing for battle.
Yeah, the only thing you really see is you see Gone kind of just jump backwards at the ugliness of these things.
What I'll do is I will cast.
I didn't roll. Did we roll new initiative?
I'm keeping the same ones from before,
okay,
and they were excellent initiatives. You want them. You want those initiatives.
Yeah, there was.
Because Clayton's got a 20.
I am going to cast Bless right now because my 3 compatriots.
Does Bless require a verbal component? I believe it does.
Sure it does.
Because how do you bless somebody without speaking?
Alright.
Give me a D10. On a 1, you lose your spell.
No one.
There we go.
You're good.
Right.
So choose your targets and drop the bless effect, and please drop a The bless effect should already have a concentration marker in it.
Yep.
So that concentration marker, remember, traces back to you. So when you get hit, and if you fail a concentration, then it drops all of your concentration effects.
Alright, so hang on. So I concentrate. Okay, hopefully it comes back to me if they do lose it.
No, it's given by you, so it's marked by you. So if you see the effect on other people's sheets, you'll see your name next to it. That means the concentration is tied to you. Therefore, if you get hit and you fail a concentration save, then those effects go down. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Yep. Alright. And
Clayton casts the bless spell. You know what? We never actually talk about bless. Well, I think it might not be a bad time for me to give you a describe of the bless, especially for Dorlak.
Right.
I move really close to my compatriots, and I ease their calm and cast bless on them. Hoping to get through this next phase of our battle.
Yes, what bless does, Dorlak, is that it puts an effect on you that gives you an extra D4 to all of your attack rolls, your saving throws, and your skill checks. Very helpful.
Pretty good.
Very helpful spell. Okay, Dorlak, it's your turn.
My aura of protection, I must have clicked it off.
Dorlak, let's see how your aura protection is. You have the aura protection placed upon yourself.
Yeah.
You also have it on Clayton. If you look at the combat tracker, you will see who you have it on.
Yeah, he's got it on me too.
You don't have it on Tifa, but you do have it on Gold.
Or does he? No, I don't have his. You don't have it on me.
I'm gonna do that real quick.
And then when they walk out, all you have to walk out of your protection. All you have to do is click it off. You can leave the effect on there, but
Yeah,
click
it was.
off.
I actually hit the red line.
I
Okay,
still don't have
everybody's good.
No, I don't have it. Oh, I got it. Never mind.
Yeah,
I didn't scroll down far enough.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in.
Dorlak, when you walk in, remember you move out of the range of some of your allies. So that's the thing with the auras. Gotta keep a...
Right.
But please take your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and.
Well, he can
Forget.
if you. I was gonna say that little ring will come up if you click on the little magnifying glass, and it'll show you who's still in your.
That green ring's around me. That's showing everybody in my aura.
No,
Well,
the green ring is mixing with Gon's green ring.
Oh.
Your
okay.
aura is 10 feet, so 2 squares away.
Right.
Your aura is actually not covering... It's not covering Tifa.
The Tifa or Clayton,
Yeah.
I guess it is.
I think it is covering Clayton.
It is.
From there it is, yeah.
So then I gotta mark it off on Tifa or just stop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just change it to
You
They
can
have
toggle
a-
it on and off too, but
Right.
you got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
You know how to do that,
They
right?
have a-
Instead of just removing
Yeah,
it,
I
toggle it
did.
on and off.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. They haven't made an attack.
They're clearly attacking.
That's because
One
we're
of
going
them
to
has a
turn.
spell that is about to go off against you. You recognize when
Right.
people are casting spells against you.
Yeah, that's the divine sense.
There's
No.
not necessarily divine sense, just your battle experience. You know when somebody's casting a spell against you.
Okay.
You've been fighting for a while. You know when
So
things are even.
I'm going to attack Lady Celeste with my battle axe.
Attack the battle axe with the battle axe.
Why did? Oh, that's that extra.
Ooh, Lady Celeste did not like that. Ouch.
And now I'm going to do my damage.
Ooh.
That's a hell of
Now-
a whack on Lady Celeste.
Oh my gosh,
I'm going to do
yeah.
my extra attack. And my damage. And that is all I can do. I mean, I already
Not
used
bad.
my move. So
Didn't
I
smite
will-
any of them?
No, not yet.
Lady Vox comes forth stares at you in the eyes. She opens her mouth saying some horrid profanity that you've never heard of. And as you stare into her eyes and she stares into your eyes, it looks like she's peering deep into your soul. I am going to roll you a wisdom save, Dorlak. Oh, thank goodness for that bless. You fight off the horrible effect that her gazing eyes are trying to place upon you. Tifa.
Alright. My turn.
They're protected against charm. They should be.
This is not a charm.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying that.
I actually
that's
do
part of my
remember
aura.
that. I do remember that you have a charm. The charm.
Alright, let's see.
I got it on the guy, so.
Now, can I see,
Yeah, you can see them both.
the creatures? Alright. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on this one.
Very well.
Would that be fire resistant, or is that
Sacred
considered-
Flame is not fire, it's
Radiant.
radiant.
And I'm going to cast that.
It's-
Looks like she failed. You had yourself targeted too. Please untarget yourself before you deal damage. That would be very embarrassing if you hit yourself with Sacred Flame.
Yes, it would be. Let me go ahead and do that. Untarget myself and then damage. Ooh, max.
Oh,
Nice,
she
you guys.
did not like that. No, no, no.
Then I'll end my turn.
What's that 5-foot circle?
That was me just measuring things, planning,
Oh, okay.
planning things possibly.
Planning your next move. Uh-oh.
Planning on
So
dropping a grenade, maybe.
it's Lady Celeste's turn. Her spell goes off, and she raises her hand and swirls it around in a circle over and over and over again. And this blue light glows out of her hand as you guys feel all around you the water seems to shift. A whirlpool forms right there.
Oh,
Wow.
so it's centered at where I am. Okay.
Yes, that's going to get all of you. So, let me see. Is this an auto effect? I can't have this token here. It's going to make things impossible for me to work with. So I'm going to put the token over here just as a space saver. I'm going to instead put a little circle over here to indicate where this whirlpool is.
Oof. We were kind of close together.
Well, we try to stay because of the auras.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's the downside of that.
Still within the aura, so whatever.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about.
Yep.
Like in Pearl Harbor, they had all their ships lined in a straight line, and when they come through,
Well, they
was
were in
able to-
port.
Yeah, but they was able to wipe them all out because they was in a straight line.
So what happens with this whirlpool vortex is everybody gets sucked into the center of it. On the first turn, you get sucked to up to 10 feet to the point where you guys kind of just surround it around the center. Now, on your turns, you can try to swim out of it. However, swimming out of it requires strength, so you're going to have to do athletics checks to swim out of it. Also, at the beginning of your turns, you guys are going to have to take some damage if you're still in it. It's a nasty spell.
Much damage.
So would the swimming out would be just our move if we're successful?
Dexterity saving throw.
The damage is not savable. Let me see. However, the damage is only going to begin on the beginning of your turn, so that's the good news. The bad news is there's no save. You are just in a vortex of bludgeoning water, and you're just going to get hit. Go.
Really?
Unfortunately, you're going to take some bludgeoning damage at the beginning of your turn because you're in the vortex.
Okay.
You maintain concentration on whatever the hell you were concentrating on. I don't remember.
The protection against good and evil.
Okay. Now it's your turn. If you want to try to move away from the center of this vortex, I need an athletics check. It's a skill check.
For me to be able to do anything, I'm going to have to try to get close to them because I don't really have any ranged spells. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that. And I might as well use my last inspiration up. Is it athletics?
It is an athletics check against the DC of Lady Celeste.
And you don't need it in the tower, right?
No, I don't need it.
Since I'll know anyway.
You'll know very quickly.
Well, should it? Well,
20 will do it for you. The magic number is.
I said I was going to do inspiration. I forgot, but I'll collect the inspiration off since I said I was going to. So.
Well, you succeed.
Unless I failed.
And
yeah.
now you may move freely.
All right.
But your speed is still 20.
Did I move?
No.
Okay. Wait a minute. I want to go here if possible. No, I don't want to go there. Still in the whirlpool. Honestly, that's is it extra to go through your compatriot?
No, you may freely move through your compatriots because they won't impede your.
And Celeste was the one that cast that.
She was, and you can see her concentrating on it. You know as you move by Lady Vox, she's gonna opportunity swipe you, if that's what you want to do. You sure you want to get opportunity swiped by Lady Vox?
Yes, I will.
All right. Lady Vox attacks you and automatically rolls a disadvantage. Hint, hint.
Yeah, you told us they were evil. They're evil looking when we first went in there.
They're evil looking, but they must be one of those specific
creatures or whatever.
Yeah, that your protection protects against. So you get a clue on what kind of creatures they are, and perhaps a strategy to defeat them.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make an attack. Now I want to ask about before I'm going to attack Lady Celeste, but the Divine Strike, do I get just a certain number of them or what?
Divine Smite, you mean?
Divine Smite, yeah.
Divine Smite is something that you utilize your spell slots to do.
Okay.
And you can choose to do so after you hit, but before you do it with your damage roll.
Right. Well, I couldn't because it's in the Paladin actions and effects. It went down with the spell, so I wasn't sure about that. So I can use a spell slot for that. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and attack Lady Celeste with my Warhammer, and I'm going to scream, "I'll get you!" Blah, 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 but that's how it comes out.
Naturally. The bless spell puts your attack bonus up to. You roll a 30 with that bless spell. Nice.
Oh man, I rolled a 19. That was so close.
Very close to a crit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Divine Smiter.
Very well. Put the Divine Smite effect on yourself before you roll damage.
So the first one, the first button. The second one is okay. I should be ready now. I grunt as I throw.
Oof. She fails her concentration check and takes 50
That's what I was going
damage.
for.
The whirlpool dissipates. Yeah, congratulations.
And I might as well take a second shot at her. Let me mark off that spell slot and take a second
Good
shot.
job, Gone.
There we go.
She disappeared.
She should disappear.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I guess I can't take it. Huh?
How did she disappear?
Oh, there she is. I wasn't clicked on my icon. I couldn't see her anymore.
Yeah, no. Your vision is unique to your icon. So, if
Yeah,
you can,
so
if you clicked on somebody else's icon, your vision might shift off.
So I only thought she disappeared, I guess.
You're really
I don't see
confused.
it.
Yeah.
You've been underwater too long. It's getting to your head.
Really, I'm getting soggy or something.
Okay, another good hit, but this lady can take a beating.
Okay. That's all for my moves. Did all my movement and did all my actions, so I'm passing. Shaking my hammer, saying, "Come on, guys, you're free now." Although they probably can't understand me.
Olaf is just gonna try to peek over the side of Dorlac just to see what in there. He sees
Olaf.
Clayton,
Oh, the spirit of Olaf lives with us still.
of course. Clayton's gonna look over Dorlac's shoulder a little bit, rip off his necklace and just throw it far behind that creature. So I would say,
Yeah, use the pointer because that token will just blast stuff out. Yeah, use the pointer, draw a circle. It's about easier.
right.
But are you? The
okay.
problem is the center of the fireball has to be within visible range.
Yeah, I'm throwing it in the back corner.
So I'm not sure you can throw it in a way that's not going to hit your ally.
Okay.
All right, I'll take it.
Well,
Listen, it should be a 20-foot radius, shouldn't it?
Yeah, well, sorry about that. I stopped making it for a second.
Unfortunately, I don't think you can throw a fireball without hitting your ally unless you can move this token somewhere,
Okay.
I don't think it's possible to throw one without hitting your ally.
Alright, I won't.
Your sword, the floating sword.
Yeah, so I'll just send the floating sword then. After.
You can walk in the room as well. You can walk through your allies.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't know I could walk through Dorlac though.
Of course you can.
Yeah,
He's your ally.
I thought I had to be a small creature to go through people anyways.
No, you've always been able to go through your allies. It just
Clayton, if you end up there, you're gonna take an opportunity attack from Lady Celeste.
I don't even see her on the map.
I'll come into the door and notice that there are two of them, and I will.
If you don't see her on the map, you can click on one of your allies to get their vision.
Well, I'm just saying, I didn't see her when I immediately was coming into the door, so now I see them when there's two of them in here, and then I'll come over here and give room for others to come in, and I will do my attacks, and first we'll go after Ladybox, who was my first target. And go after them. Attack. Hits. Do damage. Hits. Attack again.
That was a miss.
That was a miss. And I just realized I actually gotta leave my sword out there because that was not gonna be my weapon. I want to use flurry blows to get 2 more attacks. Ladybox. Here we go.
Aren't you blessed?
I'm not blessed. I can only be blessed.
You're the blesser. I got
I'm
you.
the blesser.
he's blessless.
I care more about my compatriots than myself.
Makes sense.
And
Aw, shucks.
and that one was a miss. And then that should be my entire turn.
Not bad. Monks have a lot of attacks, but their damage is modest.
Yeah.
Anything that raises your damage per attack would be phenomenally good for a monk. That's a hint.
Yeah.
If anybody has any skills like that, I'm not going to tell you what to do because that's just too easy. Dorlac, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to enter the room, and I'm going to use the Aura of Warding.
Your Aura of Warding, you don't have to declare you're using. It's automatically on.
Okay, so I just put it on.
You only put it on when somebody is about to take damage. If they're not about to take damage, don't put it on because it'll give them...
So then I wait till their next turn before I put it on.
Wait until I'm saying, oh, this enemy is casting a spell and the spell is about to do damage. When I say that, then you put it on. You actually could have used it earlier with that other spell. I forgot to remind you because I wasn't thinking of myself. If you put it on an ally right now, it's going to give them resistance to everything. So it's not. That's why you can't do it.
Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and target Lady Vox because she's already heavily damaged. And
hopefully take her out before T-Pay comes in.
And
damage was minimal.
so I will go ahead and use my extra attack on her. And she's strong. And I'll go ahead and complete my turn.
Lady Vox hatefully wants revenge for that. She turns to you. She has 2 claw attacks. Miss.
And a miss.
What is your armor class right now?
20, is it? 22.
Is there something raising your armor class beyond 22?
I don't know. How would I'm proficient. I don't know. How would I?
Oh, you have a ring of protection.
That's right. Yeah.
I forgot I gave you that. Okay. She just nearly misses you. You see a sharp claw just go right next to your throat, cutting off a part of your beard. The sharp claw is clearly tipped with some horrible poison that you can resist anyway.
I don't see a ring of
you're
protection.
Alright, let's see. Oh!
In my inventory, there's no ring of protection.
Let's...
Dorlac, you don't have a ring of protection?
No.
Why do you have the ability
You know what?
to ring of protection on?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to
Oh,
cast...
hold on.
Thank
you.
I never put it on.
Let me see. You don't have a ring of protection. It is actually Go
No.
who has one. Oh, thank you
Yeah.
for being honest. Because you're honest about it, I'm not going to roll the damage. Gone.
Thank you.
You put the ring of protection effect on Dorlac at some point because it says applied by Gone. If you open up his thing, you shouldn't be doing that. I'm taking it off. But your honesty, you're not going to get any damage for that. Tifa, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Divine Favor on myself using my bonus action.
Very good.
And I'll drag and drop here, and then I'm gonna run up to here with Lady Vox still targeted. I'm gonna give her a good whack with my greatsword.
So give her a good what for?
That is a critical hit on Lady Vox. Can she survive this kind of assault?
Big roll.
Absolutely not. She's dead. You decapitate her with one fell swoop.
All right.
And I end my turn.
Lady Celeste is up. You killed her best friend. She's very angry. She laments the death of her soul sister. And she starts shaking in her head, vibrating wildly. Something is building up inside of her, and she lets out a death shriek from the water. And because it's in the water, it's amplified. So, everybody's Constitution roll DC 16. Do we all have our aura savings and stuff applied?
Do I do the aura of order for this?
I've got aura of protection, aura of devotion. I've got bless, Dolork's aura of protection, divine favor.
Okay.
I think I need. No, there's Goon's aura of protection. I got that. I don't got my own aura of protection on.
Yeah, you do. It's up top.
Warlocks. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, are we ready for the
save?
save?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody is a Constitution save DC 16.
Here we go.
We have a global success. You guys are
I mean,
very...
Bless really helped that out.
Bless has saved your lives. So you take half damage and you do not get the horrific effect. So that's all you get. All you take is the half damage. However, you roll some concentrations. Your concentrations are all successes. You take 15 damage each, and you maintain all of your spells. Man, you're. I think all of that luck that you didn't have earlier, you're using it up now.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's a resource that you have now.
It's interesting that the concentration rolled for them, and not technically I would be the one who would roll the concentration, right?
No, they had their own spells that are rolling. You're rolling for the bless. Gon is rolling for the protection of good and evil, and Tafa's rolling for something else.
Okay. Cool. We're too powerful, guys.
Your power level is just too high for this horrific creature. But she looks barely injured. You guys have a ways to go before you... It's you guys are in a surround and pound kind of situation, so it's definitely in your favor.
Yep.
But you don't know what else she's got up her sleeve.
I'm going to attack. Where you at, lady?
That is a hit.
I'm going to use my last divine smite. I'm going to try to get rid of this lady.
She looks fairly healthy.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah,
all right.
I won't save it.
Well, we're all gonna hit her first before she attacks, so that's good.
That's why they call it surround and pound. The action economy heavily favors you to win.
Okay, now I'll take my second attack. And it's a hit. If I had more divine... Oh, I can't do 2 divine smites anyway, but I'm out of spell slots. So. There we go. Okay, yeah, I probably accidentally put the grab ring of protection when I was trying to put my aura protection on him. That's probably how that happened. Alright. I passed my turn. Say, come on, guys, we gotta get her!
Clayton is going to try to punch her once again. I haven't punched this one yet. Might be good. That was good. I'm going to use my last key point to try to stun her.
That would give you a huge advantage.
Let me just put the damage in there first. And then, here we go. Where did I just put that? There we go. Stunning strike. Hopefully. Roll big, roll big.
She fails. There you go. She is stunned. You guys get a free full turn.
Alright. Then I'm gonna put my second punch into her. Ground and pound on her. And then I will sword in to attack her with that with my bonus action. And that was a miss. Alright, and that will end my turn.
Dorlac, 3 hits.
I like free
She is
hits.
stunned. She can't. She's sitting there like doesn't even know what's going on. She's got her head is swaying back and forth. Oh, 1 point, 1 away from a crit.
That was close.
I'll hit my extra attack. And I am going to use a 3rd level divine smite.
Phew! Oh, I forgot you're higher level than the rest of us.
No, that's why he's the leader, you know?
Yep.
Oh, yes. 37 points of damage.
Nice.
And I will pass my turn.
That's a juicy smite. Okay, Tefa, you're up. She is stunned.
Alright, perfect. I'm going to
Get her, Tefa.
smack her with a great sword.
Hard to miss.
Yeah. Oh, I did get advantage, right? Because she's stunned?
Yeah, but you don't have to click it. It automatically grants it because of the
Alright.
effect. It did it
I
automatically.
don't know why it didn't roll advantage.
Oh, it didn't. Huh.
Oh, because I have her targeted. That's why. Alright.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
Naturally, you have to target her.
There you go.
And that's a hit. Oh, you run her through with your
And I will
huge
use
sword.
my War Priestess attack to attack again using my bonus action.
Drop the 1 on that advantage. Oh,
And that will end my turn.
she is getting brutally smacked around. That is her recharge that I rolled. Uh-oh. Let's see if you can kill her before she redoes her shriek because she recharged. Gone, you're up.
Right, so I raise my mighty axe, look down upon her, and swing! A mighty swing.
Swing, bada, bada, bada.
Damage. Okay, and then I pick my hammer back up, and I come back down on top of her head.
Crit. No.
It rolled over.
Crit would have been nice, but
No, the only times you get auto crits are when they're just.
hey!
Hey, would you like to? This is the killing blow on the boss. Would you like to describe how you?
Yes,
hit her
as my hammer comes down and I grit my teeth as hard as I can, I'm tired of fighting this sea bitch. I hit her as hard as I can, and her head bounces against the wooden floor and smashes into smithereens like a pumpkin.
I love it. I love it. That's an inspiration for that description. Finally, you guys have rid this this shipwreck of its foul evil.
I guess we commence the search to see if we can find the black box.
You look around, and there's that wall behind you, and you can just kind of skirt around the wall, and you do indeed find that black box. It is a locked container. However, you find that on Lady Celeste, this lady that you just destroyed, you find a key that obviously opens that lock. It actually is made out of the same obsidian material that the chest is made out of.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
As we're doing it, Clayton's still just like kicking the dead body on the ground in a rage. Well, you guys have noticed that whenever the more and more Clayton fights, he just gets angrier and angrier and starts to lose his control more and more the more you guys fight until you guys rest for the day.
You are done here. There's no more hostile threats. The gremlins on the other deck, they are going to be spending hours chewing on that corpse. They're not going to bother you. It appears that the fact that you gave that +1 trident to that monster, it is so happy that it actually just has let you go.
Well, that was a good.
And it took its monstrosity friend with it.
That's awesome.
I didn't predict that this would happen, but since it happened, I realized that this creature would absolutely appreciate a magical trident.
That was pretty cool.
And I'm sure you didn't plan to do it. You actually bought the trident to try to do some underwater combat,
right?
But I think it was a very worthwhile sacrifice of your trident, considering that you are able to complete this quest.
Saved everybody's lives, but only spent 450 gold to save lives. It's worth it.
Yep.
Well, I think we grabbed the key, grabbed the
and
chest.
Bell.
you grab the chest. You also are able to get that bell from upstairs, and you move all that stuff over away from the ship. And you guys able to swim up. You signal Old Will, and he lowers the crane mechanism, and the crane mechanism comes down. It's got a little platform on it. It goes down to the sea floor. You haul the chest as well as the bell onto the crane.
Woohoo.
And then the crane brings both of those items back up. And once you get up onto the barnacle, you take your key and you open up the chest. And inside the chest, a whole bunch of coins spill out. Magical scroll falls out. You guys are high enough level, you already know what the scroll is. And you get this weird magical amulet, some sort of magic blocking amulet inside this chest. But the documents that you're looking for are inside the chest. Therefore, you have completed the quest.
All right.
There you go, guys.
I'm going to place these items inside your party sheet for storing. And you know what? We can take a second bathroom break tonight. Oh, wow, we made good time tonight. Well, now you guys are acting like the crusaders that you should be.
Mm-hmm.
Should I delete that trident from my inventory?
Yes. It's gone. You gave it away.
It's not worth. Oh yeah, I thought you were going to pick it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have it no more.
No, I got rid of it.
Okay.
I guess we head back to the merchant and.
Yeah. Let's sit back.
When you guys get up to the barnacle, old Will kind of looks at you approvingly. I love it when a bunch of workers can get things done. You did a great job. Here, have some ale.
Hey, ale all around.
He gives you guys some refreshments. You guys take a rest. You had a hard day. He stores the items away, and you guys make your way back. You guys are going to the port of Westgate. That's where you came from.
Wait, you said that Will stores the item away.
No,
he
he
said the
just
item.
stores it in the middle of the barnacle, so they won't slide off. You
Okay.
guys are literally on a floating plank.
Right. Yeah. So he's not like.
No, he's not pilfering your stuff.
He's not pilfering
No.
the stuff that we're supposed
I think
to
he
be
knows better
pulling.
when he's seen our gear.
Maybe he did. Maybe you all failed your stealth, your perception checks, and he sleight of handed you all. Who knows? You'll find out later, I guess.
No, my biggest concern is like that the bell and the manifest are supposed to go to Dolus.
Yes, and
He's not going to pilfer the bell. It's pretty big.
Yeah, I don't think he put it in his pocket.
yeah, you guys are holding on to the loose items. Obviously,
Manifest.
the bell is too heavy. So
Yeah,
so
we
it's,
need to at least make sure that Dolus gets that stuff or at least sees it.
you guys make it back to port, and Dolus is already there waiting for you. He's got his arms crossed, but when he sees you guys and he sees the bell on the barnacle, you can see a big, wide smile comes on his face. He knows that he's going to make his investment back. The barnacle docks at harbor, and then Dolus claps his hands. Ah, wonderful! Please tell me you have the manifest as well.
We sure do.
Excellent!
There you
He
go.
almost jumps for glee. Excellent! I knew you'd come through for me. I got your payment right here. He hands you a big bag of coins. It's 1,500 gold minus the 500 he fronted you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Finder's fee for gold that we collected from the chest, right?
The gold you collected from the chest, he's not claiming. It's
Yeah,
yours.
because he doesn't know about it. He just wants to manifest and
Yeah, he's trying to collect insurance money.
Yeah. Alright. Did we get a short rest on the way here, by the way?
Yes, you may take a short rest. However, Dolus is so glad that he offers to pay for your rooms at the inn. You guys
Sounds
may go
good.
there immediately and don't bother with a short rest. You can take a long rest.
That would be something I need.
Okay, I'm warning everybody. You guys go and you take your long rest, recharging all of your abilities, and the very next day you wake up fully refreshed. You kind of look outside, you ask around. Luckily, you've completed this task in a way that it doesn't appear that there are any Zentarum agents looking for you. Doesn't appear that you've alerted anybody of what you're doing here. You came in, you did what you needed to do with surgical precision. You've recovered the artifact you're looking for, and you're ready to go back.
Alright, and we should also make sure we have that gold-plated ring with the ruby in it, because that's pretty much all that's left of Reginald.
It is. You do
it's
have
in our
that.
party sheet.
Yeah, if you guys look in your journals, you should also see a Sword Coast map. I think I added that there.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
so that's an easy way for us to, access these things. So you don't have to ask me to pull stuff up for you. So as you guys can see, you're at Westgate. It took you a couple of months to get here, but you guys are doing great, and in a couple of months, you make it back to Waterdeep successfully.
Alright. Keeping an eye out just in case people are gonna ambush us.
Throughout this whole time, you guys are traveling well-traveled trade routes, so it's a fairly safe route. You don't encounter any monsters or anything or bandits on the way. The Lord's Alliance keeps these trade routes pretty clean this time of year. And throughout this whole time, you get this, you're Dorlac, you're holding on to this powerful artifact. And while you're holding on to it, you just, every night you get these strange dreams. You get these bizarre dreams involving, it appears that there's adventurers or other groups of people and adventurers. You see them doing various things, accomplishing various tasks. One of these, you see that these adventurers are in some strange ruin, and some ghost-like creature phases in and out of existence with sharp claws and attacks them, and at the same time they're trying to perform some sort of ritual. In another adventure, you see that it's raining heavily, and there is some sort of battle going on between what appears to be this old man in furs. Looks like he's controlling the earth using earth magic, and there's adventurers fighting these twigs that have been animated. You get all of these kind of mixed hallucinations in your head. You don't really know what to make of them. But eventually you make it back to Waterdeep. Make it back to the Temple of the Moon.
So we get to the temple and we open the door to go find the High Priestess Justine.
Yes.
And we walk up to the altar, and she is standing there with her glorious hair blowing in the wind and the moonlight radiant through it.
Go. Did you disconnect?
Yeah, I accidentally shut the fantasy ground. But
Okay. I was just wondering.
Reconnect.
I was wondering if there's something that went.
No, I'm waiting on unless I can't pick my character. I'm actually in the screen, but I can't pick my character.
Oh, so you got to give it.
You gotta give it a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for a while.
Oh, really?
Should I close it and try again?
I can clear your character. Maybe that'll do it.
Well, at least the guys come up at the top, but I'm still not coming up yet in character. Nope, that's not me. That's Justine. Oh, there I am.
There he is.
There we go. I'm back.
Okay.
For some reason, Justine keeps on growling at us.
As you enter the House of the Moon, Justine, once again, she is heavy in prayer among her bowl of incense, and before you even get close to her, she already looks up, her eyes open, and she already knows that you're here and that you've completed your task. And she extends her hand out once again, Dolrak, for you to kiss it.
Then I take it in my hand and grasp it, and I kiss her, the top of her hand.
She says, I knew that you could do it, Executor. Now tell me, what did you find?
I open my pouch and fumble through it, and I pull out the blessed amulet, and I hand it to her.
There's no amulet.
Or what was it?
It was a shard.
Hey,
A
shard.
magical stone shard.
Yes, you take out the crystal shard from the pouch, and when you take it out and you show it to her, her eyes go wide. It looks like she has a look of utter shock on her face. She lets out a shriek and drops to her knees, collapses.
Uh-oh.
But then, a few seconds later, she kind of gathers herself, and she slowly rises, and she looks at you, and she says, "Do you know what this is, Dorlak?"
No.
She puts her hand on top of your hand, cupping this object, sort of like hiding it away, so as to the bystanders don't see it. And she leans over to you and she whispers, "It's the Tear of Selune." Dorlak, you know this, being a knight of Selune. You know this just by common knowledge of your faith, that the Tear of Selune is the absolute most holy artifact of the Moon Maiden. It is said to contain a portion of Selune's very godly essence. The Tear of Selune is an artifact that was created millennia ago when a meteor struck Toril, which is Earth, struck Toril when Selune shed her tears for the act that she had to do in killing her good friend Taiki. And you realize that this whole time you have been holding the absolute most holy artifact of your order. However, this crystal shard is only a portion of it, for the actual Tear of Selune is a large object about the size of a skull. This is a chipped fragment and only has the portion of the power of the entire Tear of Selune. But this artifact is said to have disappeared centuries ago, with no word of where it's gone. But it appears that a piece of it is in your hands.
How many other pieces are there?
Nobody knows. Nobody's even seen the Tear of Selune for centuries.
Would the tear have something to do with my dreams?
She says, "What dreams? Tell me of your dreams."
I've been having these hallucinations of guys burning in walls of fire and twigs that are fighting soldiers, and it's just every night it's always a different dream.
She says, "If you are having dreams, then Selune is speaking to you. She is not speaking to you in direct terms in ways that you can understand, but she is trying to tell you something." She says, she kind of her hand is over your hand, and she kind of takes the object away from you. You actually feel a slight sense of loss because you've had this on you for a couple of months, and kind of to have the power taken away, it feels a little empty and dry. She takes the object kind of away from you, and she backs up a little bit, and she says, the presence of the Tear of Selune in any manifestation must mean something very important. Must mean a change in the times, an alteration of fates. She said something is coming, Executor. And then she kind of squints her eyebrows a little bit. She opens her hand, and the Tear of Selune in her hand is completely inert. And then she comes over to you, and she places the tear in your hand, and it lights up. And she says, "There's something meaningful here. There's something that Selune is trying to tell you. She has chosen you, Dorlak."
What should I do with this?
Justine says, "I will hold this. You, for now, until we know more, you should return to your duties. I will call for you again when we know more."
And I will be here promptly.
So she extends her hands once again for you to kiss it, and the rest of the party is dismissed. And you guys being dismissed, you guys do not have any further duties with her at the moment. So naturally, you return to doing what you had previously been doing, is hunting the cult of Shar. You return to and continue your duties. A couple of months go by. And without any.
I have a question. Now, before we depart, I would like to show Justine the ring, and just for closure of okay, this is what we found. The only thing we could find of Reginald.
She looks terribly saddened when you hand her the ring. She says, "He was one of our greatest agents. To perish in such a horrible fashion." She says, I will pray that his soul passes to the afterlife. I thank you for this."
And Tifa will say, "Yeah, I'll keep him in my prayers as well."
So, as you guys are, take some inspiration for remembering the poor halfling that got slain. Yes.
We gotta get to the ring.
Yeah, poor Reginald had paid the ultimate price, but what he has
to try to get the Tear of Selune over here.
But what he has won for us is invaluable. So you guys return to your duties, and a couple of months go by without much word. So you figure that you're done with this situation. Until you guys start hearing rumors. Now, you guys are a bunch of crusaders going around hunting down the cult of Shar. But every once in a while, you'll stop in an inn or a tavern and hear about rumors. And you start hearing some strange rumors about how there is this a big hoopla going on in Waterdeep, where the master, the innkeeper of the famous inn, the Yawning Portal Inn, by the name of Durnan. He's well known across the land. He's a famous adventurer. You hear about how he is putting on some sort of show where he has been able to take adventurers and place them inside books, stories. They would travel into portals and they would go inside stories. And there's something about the Chosen of Selune that keeps getting mentioned. That because you meet some adventurers that are interested in going to Waterdeep and doing this, because Durnan already is very famous because he has a hole in a Yawning portal that goes to Undermountain. So many adventurers already seek him to try to go into Undermountain. Now there's another reason, and there's been calls out for adventurers. So there's adventurers kind of flocking to Waterdeep, interested in this, and you're hearing about stories about adventurers kind of finishing books, being pulled into books, but you don't get the full story of what had been going on. And this really interests you because they mention something about the Chosen of Selune. And you distinctly remember Justine had told you, Dorlak, that Selune has chosen you.
Am I going to get pulled into a book?
You don't know.
I think we need to go there and investigate.
Would you like to return to Waterdeep?
Yes.
Okay, you guys had just recently completed a task down in the hills of so you do have a little bit of free time. So you figure using your free time, you're going to return to Waterdeep and inquire about what's going on. You guys go back to the temple, and once again, Justine is there to greet you at the altar. Before you even approach her, she already knows you're there. And she's not her back is facing you. And she says, "Executor, it is good to see you again. I had thought that you would come."
It is good to see you too.
She turns around and she looks at you. And she says, "I am sure you have heard about the news. It's gone everywhere. The news of Durnan and these adventures. The historiophage."
Yes, what can we do to, or where should we go to see what's going on?
Well, it is. We are in a difficult situation. You see, when I received the Tear of Selune, at first, I and my diviners had spent hours trying to discover its properties, its nature, why it is awoken for you, what it is trying to tell us. There are portents about. We see the changes in the stars, we see the changes in the moon itself, and yet we are yet to wrap our head around what it means. It is at that time that Durnan, he is an old friend, and a friend of the church and someone I trust. He approached me and asked a great favor, and I do owe him a favor. The entire church here, the House of the Moon, owes him favors. For you see, Durnan is a famed mask lord of Waterdeep. It is through Durnan's providence that the House of the Moon was built in the first place. However, what Durnan asked for was amazing, for he knew that we possessed the Tear of Selune, and he said that he needed it. Durnan believes that there is a powerful curse that is contained within a cursed book that he had retrieved from the bowels of Undermountain, from the very chambers of the Mad Mage Hallister. He believed that this book had the power to erase history from our minds, from the collective consciousness, that we would all forget. And he had brought up evidence, very convincing evidence of this. Furthermore, Durnan, I do not know how he knew, for he told me that he needed the Tear of Selune. He needed it to find the chosen of Selune, and it's through Selune's power that they can reverse the curse of the historiophage. At first, this sounded like absolute insanity for us to part with our most holy artifact. However, I saw the very evidence myself. I saw the historiophage. I saw the books that were being erased by the historiophage, and I believed him to tell the truth. So, I allowed him to use the Tear of Selune, and he had begun sending adventurers into portals that contained actual events of famous stories from books. The adventurers would complete the stories inside the books, retrieve magical items that the historiophage desired from these books, and these stories were restored. It seemed that he was being successful in doing so, but then it appears that he could not complete his tasks. For the adventurers he sent were slain. They perished. Durnan has not been able to find another chosen of Selune, and thus has returned the tear to me. And she opens her hand, and you can see the tear inside her hand. And she says, Dorlak, you are a chosen of Selune. Says, you can complete this task. Says, I do not understand it fully, but I know that it is Selune's will that you do so, or else she would not allow it to happen. Says, therefore, I must ask you to complete this task. Says, however, you traveling to these portals, these dangerous places alone, you will not survive, and you cannot take your entire squadron with you, for they are not attuned to the Tear of Selune. It is only you that can walk through this portal. It says, however, we can find others. And she signals to you, Dorlak, to kind of follow her to the summoning pool behind her. So you guys walk down the hall into this big summoning chamber, and you can see there's 4 priestesses of Selune, and they are feverishly conjuring divination. And there's a summoning pool, and it is boiling, although not hot to the touch. And Justine walks over to the summoning pool. She opens her hand, and a Tear of Selune floats out into the middle of the summoning pool. And she says, Dorlak, please, will you? Approach the Tear of Selune. Activate it. Ask Selune her grace. Ask Selune where we can find others like you.
So I take the shard and I put it in my hands, and I'm grasping it, and I hold it up into the sky, and I pray to Selune to guide us.
The shard grows brighter than ever. The brightest you've ever seen it. And as the shard grows bright, the water violently begins churning, and the priestesses around the summoning pool, they begin to kind of violently convulse. But this is all actually supposed to happen. You know this kind of powerful divination magic. This is required of these priestesses. They have to suffer through the extreme emotional toil to hold the portent together. And you can see before you, inside the water, you see images appear, little visions. You look around and you see smoke and you see trees. And you see our lucky winner is a half-elven man named Naris. Naris, are you there? Naris?
Yeah, I'm here.
Will you please describe what your character looks like?
Okay, well, as he said, I'm a half elf, which I'm not even sure that the other races could even tell whether I'm a half elf or not. But I do have a lot of kind of human characteristics. I got a beard. I got a crazy hat on with a feather in it. Maybe he might be seeing me with a elf riding around on my shoulder. I'm slender, medium tall, and I look like I'm a fair age for an elf. And I have a smile on my face, and
you got pointy ears like an elf.
And I got pointy ears, yeah. Well, you might not be able to see the ears with the hat on, but yeah, you can see me, and you can see me walking along and looking around, kind of in amazement, and I just appear to be someone on some sort of a quest.
Yep. So this is the description of this character that you see. And you see a little bit more, because you see this character kind of walking down a path in the forest. He seems pretty happy. And he turns around walking in the forest, and then you see that he walks over to a hut inside the forest. Inside the hut, it appears that there's somebody very, very sick inside the hut. And you see this character, you don't know his name is Naris yet. He goes inside the hut. You see him kind of talking to this very sick person. The very sick person's daughter comes, puts a few gold pieces in Naris's hand, and Naris goes over and begins channeling magic. And soon you can see that this very sick person is starting to look a little bit better. And then Naris walks away. You continue your visions. And these priests are really straining to hold this vision together, because although you've seen the person you're looking for, you don't know where he is. And you continue to watch the vision to see if you can get any clue of what exactly you're looking at. And you see that this person walks over to a town. Now, this town, very distinctive looking. It's a tiny little town, and the town is in the valley of a big mountain. You see very clearly that on the mountain, on the edge of the mountain, there is some sort of abandoned temple. And then as he walks through the town, you see that there's actually a sign right next. I need you. Who's in this room right now? Let's see if you guys can track and read the sign as it morphs and changes.
I followed him, man.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, I will accept the perception from all of you. It's a high number, but only one of you has to hit it.
Alright, I'll burn my inspiration to give myself advantage.
No need. Clayton rolled a nat 20.
Oh, I won't even bother
20
there.
plus 7.
Clayton, you are able to catch the sign on the town. It says the town of Bree, Bree.
Town of Bree.
Is there a prancing pony there?
Is a guide from Middle Earth?
It's as close. I might have been unoriginal with that with the town name, but it is the town of Bree because I did look it up, and there is a town of Bree. I know we know another town of Bree, unless you guys are looking through an interdimensional portal into Middle Earth. In that case, Selune may be playing a trick on you.
She's probably laughing right now. Oh, okay.
It's a little fuzzy. You could be saying something else. I think it's Bree. I think it's Bree.
Yes, we can of course call it BREA to not confuse it with the Middle Earth. Unfortunately, this place does exist in Faerun, and it is where Neris is. So, as at the very end of these priestesses' exhaustion, finally they're no longer able to hold this portent open. And it collapses, and the shard just falls in your hand. High Priestess Justine was participating in the ritual. She wasn't paying attention, but she turns to you and she says, Do you know what you need to know to find this person?
I believe so. I just need to make my way to the town of Bree and go find Neris.
You don't know his name.
And go find
yes, what you know about him is only what I've told you.
The figure that I seen of the man with the owl on his shoulder and pointy ears.
She says, very well, please. Go about your task. She says, I am afraid of what it could mean when adventurers fail the request of the historiophage. I do not know what results that this could mean. So she dismisses you, and everybody's extremely exhausted from this portenting ritual. So you guys take a little bit of a rest before the next day. You guys kind of ask around for places called Bree, and very quickly you do learn of a town called Bree, not that far away from you. It is towards the Unicorn Run, abutting the Star Mountains, as I've pointed out. Won't take more than like 10 days to reach.
Well, I guess we'll hop on the trail. Now, is the other guys going to go with me to go track him down, or?
Well, so here's the thing. I will leave that actually. I will give it as an option to Neris, the new incoming character. Now, if you want to play Clayton still, not Clayton, I'm sorry, you want to play Gone still, you have to manage 2 characters. If you want to start playing your character and not Gone, of course there are reasons, because you being on this quest, somebody has to go down there and head the squad and take care of the cult of Shar. It's your choice. Would you like to manage 2 characters? It's a lot.
Yeah, honestly,
and I will add many monsters.
Since I'm not going to be using Gone, I kind of just assume just to take over my character and that be it, and so I can try learning.
Okay, so because Justine has given you a task that will bring you away from your duties for an unknown amount of time, you realize that you do have to let your party, let the rest of your squad go and continue your duties down south in So you appoint Gone to go down and continue your duties in your stead.
That's all right anyway. I didn't want to go find me another stinking elf. I'm already with enough of them anyway, as it is.
We'll go and stay off the ale. make sure you get your job
Well, I'm
done.
not promising that.
So,
Way too much
do
to
your
ask.
so Gone, you're going to go back and continue the duties. However, as you continue your duties, you realize that you may need more help and may have to call for the other two to join you down the road.
Aye. I'll be getting a hold of you if I need you.
Okay, so Gone makes his exit as the three of you head off to the town of Bree, in the Star Mountains. And that's where we'll end this week.